How you doing, you starburst cyst sucking circleback simstitutes? Welcome to Grunt Speak Live, episode number 96, where the hate crimes are made up and the surveillance tapes don't matter. I'm Toxic Male, and that's Terrence Popp.
Dude, that was one hell of an intro. I was just going to call them anal owl pals.
Oh, or anal bum covers would have been a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm a big fan of the Celebrity Jeopardy skits. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we filmed a skit today.
Yeah, we did. We've been talking about doing the Rod Serling Twilight Zone masturbator thing for a while.
In the can.
It's finally happened. It's in the can.
can.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to film it at the lair and had to walk around out front in a towel that looked like a diaper. It's quite embarrassing.
I love that you had big-ass alligator clamps on the side. I don't have safety pins.
Because, contrary to popular belief, safety pins are not safe.
Yeah, that's very true.
All right.
Yeah. So you get pricked in places. Hopefully not your prick.
Yeah, definitely. Getting pricked in your prick, not a good deal.
Yeah.
I think they call it or needle decompression.
Yeah, you got to be aware of those two-way words here on YouTube. You can prick your finger. Don't you dare finger your prick.
That's a horrible visual.
It really is.
Ah! All right.
Speaking of horrible visuals, who decided that Merrick Garland should have oxygen?
I don't know, but they're like that person reminds me of when I go to Walmart and I look over and I see somebody. In my mind, I'm like, why are you allowed to exist?
What? You're not supposed to be here. You were supposed to get swallowed.
All right, you remember when Texas tried to sue Pennsylvania and the Supreme Court said they don't have standing?
Yeah.
Same thing applies to DOJ.
The Department of Justice has announced that it's suing Texas over its new congressional maps. Why?
Well,
It's one word, starts with an R. They use it all the time.
what?
Racism.
Oh, racism.
Racism.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say something else.
No. I mean, I could have. Like, I could have just randomly pulled a word out of there and be like, hey,
all right.
You never know.
Now, first of all, each state is entitled to draft up however they want to divvy up their state for representatives and senators.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. And it happens all the time. Do I agree with it 100%? No.
No.
Do I think it's a decent answer for the fact that our population keeps growing? Yes. But there is no perfect way to basically divvy up these zones. Now, has it happened in the past where they gerrymandered Yes, it has happened.
Yeah. But in this particular case, this is something that they're supposed to do after every census.
Yeah.
Population densities change. They have to redraw districts every time
people
there's a new
move around.
census. So this is literally a direct response for how these particular, the stunning and brave BIPOCs have densely just coagulated in these various areas. So,
And what exactly does BIPOC stand for?
Black or indigenous people of color, I think.
I don't care because I think it's stupid. I love how people of color is in vogue, but if you call them colored, you're
Oh, yeah.
you're still an ist.
Yeah, when I was in the Army, I got yelled at quite a few times for referring to, African Americans. What else? There was a couple other names I used for minorities, and every time somebody would get offended, and I'd get yelled at. I got yelled at a lot in the Army.
Yeah.
I got yelled at so much, I actually used to grade my commanders on a scale of 1 to 10 on their effectiveness of.
Gee, I
how they
can't
could yell at me.
imagine. I can't imagine you getting on anybody's nerves in the Army.
Oh, dude, it was glorious. I remember standing at attention, taking like a 30-minute ass chewing. And then they're like, you have anything to say?
It's some good...
Sir, I just want to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, you're an 8. It's good eye contact. The threats were meaningful. I really felt kind of intimidated and afraid. And the sergeant major standing to the side's like, looking at me like, are you out of your fucking mind?
you could,
But the thing is when you're the guy who can get shit done, what are they going to do? They just yell at you. I'll wake you up. All right. Okay.
We did get a new definition of BIPOC in the chat from Jimmy Bones.
Oh, here we go.
It's a pretty good one. Butt inseminating people of cluelessness.
Yeah,
That's brilliant, Jimmy.
Copy that and put it onto a text document. That's good shit right there. That's comedy gold.
Butt inseminating people of cluelessness. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it very much.
I like it.
Speaking of cluelessness, I love this right here. Texas adds 2 new congressional districts this cycle thanks to population growth measured in the 2020 census. Critics accuse Texas lawmakers of drawing 2 new majority white districts, even though its population growth was driven by non-white groups. While Texas officials have defended the maps as properly accounting for minority residents. And considering who's in charge of the DOJ, who wants to sue these people, you know, the angry Walmart greeter. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he does look like an angry Walmart greeter.
Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
And like always, there's so much shit going on in the news.
You can't possibly keep up with it all.
We can't keep up with it all.
There's no way.
We just picked some of the major ones that are in the current events.
Yeah. If you guys watched yesterday afternoon's stream, you knew what we were going to be talking about before we even got here.
How many people we have on station right now?
We are currently up to 522 and rising.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Smash that like button, dudes.
Let's do it.
Do it. What really cracks me up about this Texas crap is that it's clearly just virtue signaling. It's or what they would love, what the left always loves to call a dog whistle. It's a dog whistle to the far left. See, we care about the minorities. Never mind all the ones we're sneaking into the country that we have no intention of giving citizenship because we're going to use them for slave labor. Don't look at them. Look at these guys over here.
Yeah. That's propaganda 101.
Well, this is like the inverse of the Maricopa audit. See, we care about your elections. See, we care about your minorities.
I got you.
It's all just trying to save face after shit's been done. And they know that this is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
And Merrick Garland, I'm sorry, for a guy who can barely string 2 words together without it looking like his face is going to explode, he spends a lot of time in front of the cameras, and he's a cocky, arrogant, soul-sucking son of a bitch. And I don't like him.
Well, I'm going to be honest, there's not many people in our government at state or federal levels that I actually approve of.
It's very few, yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, they're incompetent, cowards.
Just a bit.
And I think a large majority of them have sold out and are traitors to this country. That's just my opinion, of course.
Yeah. And when they're not selling out the country, they're in the back door going, and there you go.
Well, that would be the vice president.
That's very true.
Yeah.
We all know how she got her job, and it sure as hell wasn't her debating skills.
Now it started with a blow.
Yes. The all-vowel opera hour.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was good at blow slobbing. I'm going to hell. I'm so going there. I don't want to, but I can't shut my mouth.
Come swallow a heels up, pull my Harris is the kind of chick who's like, I don't know why everybody thinks I'm a whore. I'm not a whore. And then she spits on her toothbrush, puts it down, and starts brushing her teeth like this.
I've seen that video. That's actually quite funny.
It is. We showed that one on an effed up but funny. It's good times. I think we found a video earlier tonight that definitely qualifies. We'll have to get a new compilation together. It's been a hot minute. I don't know what that guy was doing. It looked
This never gets old, man.
looked like he was having a seizure while he was hunting for almonds up in a tree.
Yeah, that was kind of weird,
And
wasn't
he
it?
was trying to knock him out by throwing the chick up in there. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, 'cause you were laughing your balls off when I said that. Oh, he's knocking almonds out of the tree.
Whatever you do. Those ain't going to be the only nuts to hit the floor tonight, honey. I'll tell you what. All right, we're going to start off after that one with some super chats here. We had some before the stream even started. Thank you all very much. Jumping up here to Cliff3188. What do you get when you cross a Richard with a potato?
I have no idea.
A dictator, a.k.a. the installed president in DP. We know that she took the Richard for her job.
I would incline to agree with you.
She has a long history of that. No pun intended, of course.
Yeah, I mean, she was seen out with Montel Williams back in the day.
And the dude who was married, who got her first job,
Uh-huh.
I forget what his name was.
I don't know.
Whatever.
No.
District attorney or whatever. Yeah. She showed him a thing or two in the judge's chambers. And no, they don't all have a hole in the little confessional door. It's just for her. Blood or water, it's no longer called choking. It's called throat complications or non-throat compliance. Like they said, trust the science.
Oh, my God.
In Fantasy I Die. Ah, yes, the trials and tribulations of that famous French actor, Jussie Smollett. Mega country. Thank you, Popp and Blake, for the humor and the facts.
All right, first of all, we're going to get into the Jussie Smollett fucking trial.
That's coming right up. Oh, Willie Brown. That was his name.
Willie Brown.
The attorney.
Okay. Now, when
Ironic.
I first heard this story, the first thing that came into my thinking meat was this is a total hoax. And the thing that did that is he is in Chicago stating somebody yelled out, this is mega country.
Yeah.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
In a deep blue district in the middle of the night with record low temperatures during, oh my God.
I mean, Chai Congo has been Democrat for I don't even know how long.
Forever and a day.
And like
Have
literally.
you seen their mayor?
I know. She's nasty. But I mean, they can't get anything done there. And you would figure if it was run all by Democrats,
and
they'd be able to get shit done.
Oh yeah, and they totally care about you, by the way.
Fuck no, they don't.
They care about the poor so much they insist that you stay that way.
Well, they only care about the poor 90 days before the election.
Yep.
After whoever gets elected, fuck y'all.
After that, they flick you out the window of the car like a booger.
Yep.
You're done. I mean, just ask Christine Ford. I mean, she's obviously still a darling of the... Oh, wait.
Yeah, I have no idea why... was it Justice Kavanaugh?
Yeah.
Didn't sue the shit out of that bitch.
He should have.
Yeah.
He still could. He's within the statute of limitations.
I can only hope that he does it. She deserves to get, sued into the Stone Age.
Yes, she does. All right, here. Crazy Uncle. Hey, Popp and Blake. When looking at how the SJWs talk about everyone else, remember the first part of prepping for civil conflict is dehumanizing the opposition. Yes, it is. Like Red versus White Russian in the 1930s Europe.
Well, I mean, that is actually historically accurate. Whenever two armies are going to go at it, the other ones are just reduced to like an animal, non-human target silhouette thing.
True story. Art of War 101. Patriot of the West sent a couple of Subscribe Star donations over the weekend. Oh, thank you very much, good sir. And I got blood on my beard last night eating shaved cat. Riggs!
Oh. No. God, stop it, man. That's
I'll
just
drink
nasty.
to that.
Blah, blah.
Choke down your girlfriend, Pop. It's okay. Jaffa on the bound. I wanted to throw this out there. Tim Pool mentioned this week on his cast that YouTube throttles channels if you put too many links in the description. And great news, I bought my first home.
All right.
Do we have too many links in the description, maybe? Should we start putting them as pinned comments?
I don't know.
instead?
I'm going to be honest. I mean, we've been getting throttled since MGTOW became a bad word.
Yeah, we've been getting throttled since we had no links in the description.
2015-ish.
Yeah,
16,
ever
when
since
it
the first
started.
Big Towel video hit, it's been a very slow crawl.
Yep.
I mean, we had like a golden era of about 6 months, early 2019, when we discovered the Amy Hortons and the Allison Stevensons of the world, and some of our best episodes came out during that stretch of time. And then we hit 100,000 and it was like, yes, this is the beginning. And then it was like, ugh,
Yeah.
hit the wall faster than a child actor.
Downward spiral.
Downward spiral. Keith Peterson with a little trumpet blowing emoji walker, and it looks like he's got a little tiny blue Totoro next to him. Thank you very much. Crazy Uncle, to lighten the mood, I sent an email. Oh, boy.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
Here we
I'm
go.
guessing it was to your email.
What's
I'm
the
not...
Redonkulas 12 is pretty much the one that...
Oh, crazy uncle. Since it is December, for those that have young kids, here's a trick you can use. Prep a hot cup of chocolate, hand the kid a candy cane, tell him to stir it up. The candy cane will instantly thermal crack and melt, sometimes making the kid jump a little. Hand them a spoon and tell them to dig out the pieces. In reality, they're only stirring it up. When they realize they can't get the pieces out, immediately spray some whipped cream on the top and tell them to enjoy. Not only a nice holiday treat, but when the child asks what happened, you can explain the science, which should hopefully get them interested in chemistry. FYI, have the bourbon on standby for your hot chocolate. Prepare to throw a straw. However, using a drinking straw is an additional homo suspicion point. Amen to that. That actually is a pretty good idea. I think I might do that with my kid. We just cracked 700 viewers on YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in. Travis Wolf, Blake sounds like Popp joined the gay cruise having a safety pin by his safety pin. Send me out with
Herpes-gonorrhea. Yeah! Double shot and pills and no cure.
Keith Peterson with a donation, and all he wants is a butt. Ooh, that's a good one.
That's ripe.
Let's let it linger. Let it linger. There we go.
Real ripe.
It's ripe. It's ripe, yes. Ohio Trucker 1. Hey, Popp, thoughts on the M2HB versus minigun? Have some whiskey money. Thanks for keeping me above ground. And thank you for the $20 donation, good sir.
The M2, he's talking about the 50 cal machine gun.
Yeah, M2HB versus minigun.
Well, the minigun shoots really fast, but if you really want to fuck it up, use a 50 cal. And if you really want to fuck it up, they have a minigun 50 cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things go through so much ammo, it's insane.
Always.
Yeah, I remember when I was in the Ranger Battalion, the A-10s coming overhead to do CAS, which just stands for Close Air Support. You hear them, wah, and then you hear the 30 mic brass raining down. You better have your helmet on, because if you get hit with that, you go into the hospital.
One would hope. All right. Streamlabs didn't load up for some reason. I got it now. Just want to make sure it was there. The Paranormal Soldier. Bring back She's a Slower by PB. I don't know what that is. Schlor?
Slur?
Schlor?
Slutty whore?
Perhaps.
Slur.
Was that a song?
Don't know. I came up with the word years ago. Slur.
Slur.
I have like a way of combining 2 or 3 words into one word because I'm lazy.
Does happen. Quite a lot. Keith Peterson again. Space Ghost is on.
Amen.
Indie women.
Polska Bob over on Streamlabs with a $25 donation. Thank you so much, good sir. Popp and Blake, since we're talking about gay Tupac, who is not invited to the cruise. The nay he lives in is high-end high-rise buildings right off the lake. It was minus 20 that night, and in that neighborhood it was more minus 35 or lower. No sane person bought his bullshit. I remember it being just ridiculously cold that night.
Well, I mean, in Chicago, it's windy and cold in the winter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
I've been to Chicago in the winter. It sucks.
It sucks.
It is not fun at all.
Not a good day, man.
No. Shark Dentures. Hey, Popp, I think anal alpacas would be even better.
Maybe.
Maybe. Is that an Urban Dictionary term?
I don't think so.
Dinosaur13, thanks for sharing Trigger's vid on Rittenhouse and journalism. I wish I knew about his channel years ago. Best way to describe his commentary is galvanizing. And Crusader Nate, write those books. Narf.
Yep. Write them.
Write them. Everybody out there, man. Create.
Yeah. If you have an idea, fucking write. Don't worry about what people think about it. Fuck them.
Exactly. Jimmy Bones, Jussie Smollett, a total piece of crap for what he did and almost starting a race war over a lie. Hats off to him, though. He's the only American to play the Uno reverse card and be able to scam a Nigerian.
Those Nigerians are pretty smart, man.
Yeah, man. They are among the top earning ethnicities in the country.
And
Whites are way down here.
Well, they're in the middle somewhere.
They're not. We're barely in the top 10. I don't even think we are.
You're probably right.
Shark Dentures. How about biased idiots preparing our communism? BIPOC.
Okay. I can go with that.
Makes sense to me. Jumping over to MGTOW.tv. Mixter84. Got a new word for your brain. Clam pain. Women are always on the trail of the rooster roller coaster, and their clam takes a beating with possible VD. Our stunning and brave VP knows all about that, and so does Popp's ex, allegedly.
Clam
pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
So every time a woman runs for office now, that's what I'm going to think of. So, Hillary, how's your campaign going?
That's got to go. I got to put a list together, all this stuff. Like free range fornicator. She was not a victim. She was a dictum.
A dictum.
Glory hole attendant.
Squishy balls, Jimmy B.
All right.
Nice. Popp, as someone who has a bachelor's degree in streaming, you failed the most basic problem ever, turning on the damn sound. Blake should revoke your certificate and force you to take his course
All right,
again.
hang on a
That
minute.
wasn't his fault.
Hang on. All right. Let's tell you exactly what happened.
That was a Murphy problem.
All right. So that day I filmed 2 Lair episodes. All right. I didn't even turn the computer off. I just switched over to smart TV, watched some shows and stuff until it was time to do the stream.
And those both worked, by the way.
Yeah.
I vouch for those.
I switched over to do the stream and I lost sound and visual. I have no idea how that happened.
I got nothing.
And the only way I could unfuck it is I had to literally get down, unplug everything, and plug it back in.
Stupid as it sounds, that's just sometimes what you got to do.
I don't know.
It's dumb. Like, we had an issue where my camera wasn't coming in on a stream one night. And it was because I got a new cable and I switched the port that it was plugged into. And I had confirmed it earlier in the day, but then when I brought it into OBS, it wasn't working. So I was like, if this works, I'm gonna fucking break something. I put it back in the port that it was in before. Bing! I'm like, kiss my ass.
Murphy.
Coem Genus, I think the dick drinking straw game is getting and needs to be spiced up. Like a hit means take a shot, a block is 1 shot, a miss is 2 shots.
Now, listen.
And yes, if Blake misses from 6 feet away, he should get wasted.
All right, hang on. I got to drive home at 10 of the night, man. I can't be like taking a shot and every time I fuck up or something. I mean,
Yeah, and I can't be taking a shot when I'm supposed to be running the shot.
yeah, I know. Listen, I cut myself off usually at 2 units of alcohol if I have to get behind the vehicle of a car
That would be bad.
or the wheel of a car.
Yeah. You don't
Be
wanna-
responsible.
Yeah, you don't want to spin out. That would be bad. But, ooh, that's another good one right there. We'll let that one simmer for a bit. Given Mr. Sommolier's proclivities, I think this bumper counts.
So if you've been hurt and it hurts real bad, or if you have feelings that are making you sad, then it's okay. It's okay to cry.
So how did we get here? A lot of people still don't know how we got here. That's something that I've discovered just talking to random people. Like, I thought this was settled and it was thrown out. Well, it turns out that the initial prosecutor, the state attorney, who went to throw out his case the first time, a special prosecutor came in and found out that she had committed egregious abuses of discretion in his case. Whoopsies.
Shocker.
And of course, she's installed by a certain stunning and brave world philanthropist.
Who
Yeah.
really should be on a hunt down, go to prison list, but that's just my opinion.
Just a bit. In 2019, Chicago authorities released text messages from corrupt state's attorney Kim Foxx. The messages revealed that Kim Foxx continued to intervene in the case in support of Sommolier even after she recused herself.
Wait a minute. Doesn't recuse yourself means you have nothing to do with the case?
Yep, but she
Why are
still
they
insinuated
not?
herself
Why
in.
are they not going after her law license?
They should be disbarring her for this if she's not already on the block for that.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Oh, I love this. Text messages from State's Attorney Kim Foxx to staff about 2 weeks before charges were dropped on Jussie Smollett refers to him as a washed-up celeb who lied to the cops. Texts obtained through FOIA request.
Nice. Nice.
Yep, so I'm recused, but when people accuse us of overcharging cases, 16 counts on a Class 4 becomes Exhibit A.
Well, I mean, to be honest, the prosecutors do overcharge. There's way too many laws on the books.
Oh, yeah.
You could be totally innocent, and I can almost guarantee you if they kick your front door, they'll find enough shit in there or laws or what have you to put you in prison for 5 to 7 years.
We'll just look at Chauvin.
Yep.
Getting charged for manslaughter and second-degree murder for the same dude.
Yeah.
And somehow getting convicted of both.
Yeah. That's insane.
When there's proof, medical proof, of a fentanyl overdose.
And that guy had a history of swallowing drugs when he was confronted by the police.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's a lot of people screaming white supreme pizza because of Rittenhouse. Where was Derek Chauvin's white privilege?
And how the hell is Rittenhouse white supreme pizza when he shot all white people?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out.
How the fuck is that going?
I mean,
and when is he going to start suing people? I'm just waiting for that. I mean, come on, man.
Although I dig his style in that interview when somebody asked him about what he thought of LeBron James, and he's like, "Fuck you, LeBron." Like,
oh yeah,
good.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Fuck him.
Difference
between Rittenhouse and LeBron is that Rittenhouse doesn't miss shots under pressure. Suck a dick.
Ah, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Oh, it's just bad news bears, man. As always, after this stream, you will find all sources. And in fact, you don't even have to wait until after this stream because you know what? It's already here. You see this on Redonkulas.com. There's the stream. You can watch it in the window, and you can even follow along with the sources.
Isn't that cool?
If you like.
Aren't we thorough?
We try to be thorough.
We bring our receipts. We tell you where to find shit. Yes, there is some of the stuff is opinionated, but we try to keep everything truthful.
Hey, when it's our opinion, we let you know.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but this is not our opinion. And this is
here we go.
hilarious. This is so funny. Security cameras caught Jussie Smollett in a dry run with Nigerian Osandaria Brothers 2 days before the hate hoax attack.
He's got to know he's going to get found guilty.
As far as I'm concerned, this is over.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are they actually charging with again?
I know that they're charging him like a felony for filing false police reports, wasting resources, yada yada.
I hope they sue him civilly and take all this money to just pay for all of this horse shit that we have to go through. This is very expensive.
Yes, it is. They released over 70 hours of surveillance footage, and I remember this doesn't really show much. It's video from inside the taxi. I watched it. It's pretty uneventful, but it's clearly those two guys on their way somewhere the night before. And it was confirmed by the Osandaria Brothers that they were the ones in the car, and that's what they were going to do. Daily Mail reports, testimony in Jussie Smollett's trial will continue Wednesday after jurors on day 2 of the trial were shown security footage of Sommolier doing a dry run 2 days before his alleged hate crime attack. On Tuesday, jurors were shown footage of Smollett walking near the scene of the alleged attack with brothers Osandario on January 27th, 2019. The brothers are then seen going to the Crafty Beaver for rope, a beauty supply store for masks and hats, and a bank to deposit the $3,500 check that Smollett paid them to commit the act.
Wow!
The brothers paid their bill at the beauty supply with a $100 bill that Sommelier gave them, the Chicago Tribune reported. Camera footage also showed him picking up the brothers in an alley on January 25th, 4 days before the attack. Defense attorneys for Sommelier also questioned a detective over a hot sauce bottle that smelled of bleach that was found at the scene by a New York Post reporter a week after the incident occurred.
Nice.
The actor told police that his attackers used racist and homophobic slurs, wrapped a rope around his neck, it was a shoelace, and poured an unknown substance on him. Police say Smollett, who is black and gay, told detectives the attackers yelled he was in MAGA country.
I don't believe that. I mean,
everybody thinks they're in MAGA country when they go to Chicago.
Yeah. I mean, when I heard that, I'm like, there's no fucking way that happened in Chicago. No way.
I just ask you, it's just, we're not lawyers, but as a sensible dude, how can anyone possibly deny now that it went down this way?
Well, you're going to have people on the left who are going to think everything is a lie and he was a victim. And no matter what you do, no matter how much evidence you put out there, it's...
Well, look at the Rittenhouse trial.
Yep.
I mean, it was live streamed every day. The evidence was there for anyone to see on numerous websites, age restricted or not.
Yep. And
there are still leftoid schmucks out there who think he shot 3 black dudes and was just going around looking for somebody to hunt.
That's right.
It's pathetic.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I don't really associate with the libtards I used to be friends with. They literally have... these people have like bachelors, masters, a couple of them have PhDs, and they can't follow logic and reason.
They can't be bothered to research anything.
Yeah, and they paid an assload of money for these education that they have.
Yeah.
And they're literally idiots.
I know.
It's scary.
That's why I always laugh when leftoids who try to argue with me or write hate mail are like, you need to get educated. I'm like, because that worked out so great for you.
Nice. I like that.
Dumbass. Oh, and it gets better. Nigerian Osandaria Brothers, or Sendero Brothers, Dario Argento, brother testifies under oath that Jussie Smollett composed his ridiculous hate hoax for the media, knowing they would buy it.
They always do.
Well, yeah.
I mean, who was that NASCAR guy who had like the noose in the rope to pull down the garage door, and it had been there in surveillance for like a year and a half?
Yep.
And the FBI's like, it's been there for a year and a half. Like, come on, you guys are being stupid here.
I mean, I wonder how much steam. Do you remember when what's her name, Sarah Silverman, who recently, actually said something that I agree with, but we're going to throw that aside. She took a picture of a construction marker that looked like an ex doing cartwheels. How dare somebody spray painted a swastika on the thing? Like, it's a construction marker, baby. But of course, leftist echo chamber twat was like,
well, here's another weird thing. Back when I was in the 9th ID, one day I decided I was going to decorate my room. And I hung up a flag and some other stuff. And my roommate, hey, he was tying this like hangman's noose. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So I hung it up on my wall. It was there for 2 days. And my first sergeant came down from the headquarters building, opened up my room, saw the noose, and then I literally had to do a 12-mile road march for corrective training. I was not to have shit like that in my room.
Did you have to go to sensitivity training?
No, that didn't exist back then. It was just, fucking do a 12 round. Fuck you. 12 miles. Go.
Walk it off.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But they took that shit serious, man. And that was way back in the day.
Back in the day.
Now it's fucking on steroids.
Oh, boy. Direct quote from the trial. Smollett trial. Osandaria brother asked under oath, who was the audience supposed to be? According to Jussie, the media.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's not like they spent 4 years peddling literal Russian propaganda trying to point a finger at a duly elected president for being a Russian puppet.
Uh-huh. And what I don't even understand is why he even thought he can get away with this. When there's so many fucking cameras everywhere in a big city, and the number is going up.
Yeah, you can't get away from surveillance in a blue area because you voted for a highly centralized authoritarian cocksocket regime. That's what you wanted.
And a lot of people don't understand. If you have one of those Ring doorbells, those are so easily hacked.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the government can literally come in there and watch all of the Rings, cameras on your block to find out exactly what the fuck's going on. It's insane.
It is.
This is now I'm just going to say, video surveillance has its upsides, but when there's too much of it, it's mostly a downside.
Oh, yeah. Anything that takes power away from anything that people can potentially use against you to gain power over you.
There you go.
There you go.
And they will use it to gain power over you.
Yes.
It's not if, it's will.
Yes. But back to the case here. What do you think he said? What do you think he said?
Well, I know he's still fighting it, saying it really did happen.
Yeah, he went on the stand and actually said, under oath, there was no hoax.
He has no choice but to lie now. Like, they offered him a couple deals, and he didn't take any of them.
Why?
I don't know. And whatever happened to the prosecutor that didn't charge him? Did she get fired?
Well, after she recused herself, I have no idea what happened to her, honestly.
Well,
I can look it up.
Actually, that's kind of covered in administrative violence. So, there's ways to go after these people legally, of course.
Jussie Smollett took the stand in his own defense Monday afternoon, adamantly denying allegations that he had staged a racist anti-gay attack against himself. There was no hoax. Well, if the attack was real, you still orchestrated it, so logically, shouldn't he be charged for his own hate crime?
Well, One would think.
You would think.
Yeah.
The brothers offered damning testimony last week. We already heard about that. Smollett claimed that he never offered up money for the assault. I'm sure that your signature on the check was just a coincidence.
You know what? We should actually have a pool on how long the jury is out.
Oh, we should.
A betting pool.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. How long do you think it's going to take for the jury to come back on this one?
1 hour? Day? Week? Month?
You never know.
Somewhere in there.
He told jurors that he had written a check for nutrition and training advice, in part because he asked for it up front. Okay, but then why were these two the guys in the video surveillance footage during the attack?
Yes, and they were in the video footage for the dry run.
Yep. It's amazing. It really is. And of course, he is trying to make this all about being a spurned lover, and he still is trying to push his racist propaganda. I'm a black man in America. I do not trust the police.
All right, hang on.
Smollett said. I'm also a well-known figure at that time, and I'm an openly gay man.
Well, the thing is, those two guys from Nigeria, if in that country, if you're gay, they could kill you.
Yep.
So he's basically risking the lives of these two guys by saying this shit. Because I'll tell you right now, this is a national news event, and it's international. I bet you, I'm telling you right now.
If they get sent home, or they try to go home,
it's over.
It's not going to be good for them.
It's not going to be good.
We're up over 900 viewers on YouTube. Thank you all for tuning in tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm honored you're here.
This is when it gets just ridiculous.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Go for it.
All right. This thing has been ridiculous since the beginning.
Oh, I know. But
we're now in the realm of Redonkulas, and that's why we're talking about it.
I'm just saying it's getting worse.
Yep.
Because this was adamantly denied by both brothers under oath. And since we know who has the track record for being a lying shit stain, I kind of tend to favor them in this one. Earlier in his testimony, Sommolier had described his spicy relationship with one of the Osandaria Brothers who had accused him of plotting the hate crime.
Oh, my God.
Smollett described first meeting Abimbola. Dude, tough life. In 2017, at a club while filming the fourth season of Empire, the pair did drugs at the club together and later visited a bathhouse, he said.
We all know what that bathhouse is.
It's a large collection of barely used soaps all circling the drain.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where you go to drop the soap.
I'm going to have to say yeah.
On purpose, many times. Ass to mouth.
Mm.
Or as Kamala likes to call it, Willie Brown.
You go in there, you're going to get pink eye from too much brown eye exposure.
Whew. Oh, it's disgusting. We were in a club, you go to the bathroom, you go to a stall, do a bump, and then you just kind of keep going in, if you know what I mean. And then we went to the bathhouse, more drugs, and made out. Maybe they did some munging.
Oh, stop. I don't need to hear that.
It's just hilarious, man. Like, I love this. And, of course, this comes from the Daily Beast. They're doing everything they can to try to spin shit, and this is one of the most dishonest publications on the internet. If you want a lesson in high quality bullshit propaganda on how to rip it apart, just read the Daily Beast.
I'm going to be honest with you. Most of the news stories out there are propaganda or propaganda-esque.
Yes.
Either semi-propaganda or they're full-on erected propaganda.
Yep.
That's fucking insane. And you can tell he's desperate because he's throwing everyone around him under the bus.
Oh, yeah.
I actually heard they accused the judge of some shit.
It wouldn't shock me.
They're saying that the judge lunged at him. Like, get the fuck out of here.
He really is. He's like an Italian chef. He's just throwing everything at the wall.
Sorry.
And trying to see what sticks. Don't break my house, bro.
Sorry, man. All right. I've only really known one judge who got violent, and his name was Colonel Murphy. And there's a video of him.
That's aptly named.
Challenging, I think, one of the defense attorneys to a fight. And literally, he adjourns court, goes out, fucks this guy up, comes back like 3 minutes later. That's the only time I've heard of it.
You know.
It's on video. And he was a damn good commander too. So
Wow. Sounds like a nice enough dude, as long as you don't piss him off.
no, he got mad at me a few times, but he never threatened to kick my ass or anything. He did yell well. He got an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
He yelled at me quite well.
What really cracks me up, though, is that let me just say, I understand that he wants to try to discredit these guys. But at the end of the day, we still have the security footage, 70 hours of it, apparently.
Over many days.
Yeah, showing the three of them going from place to place and buying everything for this hoax.
Uh-huh.
He's still denying it, and now he's throwing these dudes under the bus.
Yeah.
And in no way does this at all disprove the prosecution's case. So
No.
what the fuck is it actually that he's
got no
hoping to
choice.
gain?
He's going to get hammered. Figuratively and literally in prison.
He's probably going to like that.
Listen, I don't even... All right. Historically, if you go to a jury trial and you're found guilty, they usually hammer you on time.
Yeah.
If you take a deal, that's one of the benefits of taking a deal. It's usually less time, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
But yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. I just heard about this today.
I didn't know about this until today either, and this was one of the more surprising things that came up. I mean, I'm not saying that it's surprising for this dude's character.
Isn't he already getting sued for sexual assault?
Yes, because this dude's a piece of shit. But I didn't expect him to get caught up in this in any way. I mean, you don't normally think of these two as joined at the hip or really in any way adjacent, except for maybe a shade.
I bet you they were joined at the hip, front to back.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it would also explain this picture because clearly his mouth is wide open and waiting for. There you go.
Yeah, he's looking for some throat yogurt.
Another
allegedly.
CNN scandal. Jussie Smollett testifies under oath that Don Lemon text messaged warnings about police. Now, if he doesn't have receipts, I will call bullshit on this because everything that comes out of this guy's mouth that wasn't excreted from another dude's penis is bullshit.
Well, I mean, this is not going to go well for the CNN employee because they've already fired a high-ranking talking head.
You know, if they can get rid of him and Stelter, I'd be okay with that. I still wouldn't watch CNN.
No, I wouldn't either. But
I
the
wouldn't
ratings,
lose any sleep.
They're going to have no choice but to start cleaning the house because their ratings are shit.
It's all their own fault.
Yeah, I know.
It's not just the talent's fault. The talent does what they're told.
Yes. Well, to an extent, I would say yes.
Well, very few of them in this multinational conglomerate globalist circle jerk really have free reign to talk about what they want. They push the narrative, and that's pretty much it. I'm sure half of them know they're full of shit.
Yeah, and I just don't envy them when when they're dead and they have to step over the other side and go, "Oh, you lived a whole life telling lies."
Yeah. You got some explaining to do.
Yeah. I mean, I know I got some explaining to do, but I'm not going to get called up there for telling lies.
Yep.
I'm going to get called up there for being an a-hole, a dick, and
That
maybe
works
some
too.
other nefarious horse shit. But
We just cracked 1,000 viewers.
all right.
Thank you all very much. Thank you for tuning in. And while we have all of you here, it's a very important time to point this out that if you have not yet subscribed to the backup channels on YouTube,
You should.
that is where we will be if this channel ever gets nuked. So check them out, youtube.com/Terrence Popp Culture. That's where you can find all the archived streams after they're live on this channel. And youtube.com/Grunt Speak. That's where you get your little Grunt Speak shorts. Sometimes a minute, sometimes 10. You never know.
Yep. Most of them are me flipping out.
Yeah.
Getting spun up. You motherfucker. You sons of bitches. Ah.
So what are the specificities here? Jussie testified on his own behalf on Monday. He was annoyed that the security camera was pointed in the wrong direction to pick up the attack. Gee, I wonder why. When asked why he refused to hand over his phone to police, Jussie said that he had declined to give his phone to CPD in part because earlier he'd gotten a text from Don Lemon saying that he'd gotten a text from CPD saying they don't believe me.
Yep.
Well, they're going to need your phone anyway because burden of proof is on you. You're the accuser.
Well,
Saying.
I don't know, man. That whole like phone thing is a touchy subject with me.
Yep.
I mean, in my professional opinion, if you're going to have anything crazy on your phone, you better have that thing double encrypted. And if they try to force you to give up the password, just say fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm imposing my Fifth Amendment right to self-incrimination.
Yes. Now, like in fairness to what I was saying before, I don't like Don Lemon. Worst journalist of the year, Don Lemon. Worst journalist of the year. He sucks. He sucks harder than a black hole made of gay black men. He sucks.
Wow. Wow. Is that a S-U-C-K or S-U-X?
SUXXX.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Figuratively and literally then.
But would I be surprised if this was within his wheelhouse? Absolutely not. Why? In case you forgot, Hampton's bartender, who is suing Don Lemon for sexual asphalting, brands CNN a predator-protecting machine, rife with perverts, and reveals that he was offered 500 large to settle. Dustin Heiss says the news network is rife with predators and perverts. He's suing Lemon, who's 55, claims that he was assaulted by the anchor. He was out with coworkers at Murph's Backstreet Tavern in Sag Harbor.
Sag Harbor.
If Harris ever visits there, while she's doing everything that she can to avoid the border, the harbor won't be the only thing that's sagging.
The sag.
Ugh.
Saggy pants.
Lemon is alleged to have put his hand down the front of his own shorts, vigorously rubbed his own penis, according to the lawsuit, removed his hand, and shoved his index and middle fingers under Heiss's nose, asking him if he liked pussy or diaka.
All right. Let's just be reasonable about this. In my professional opinion, when I wanted to pick a fight with somebody, I would hold out my middle finger, put it under their nose, and say, "Smell your mama." And that was almost always an instant fisticuff situation. So I have no idea why that dude didn't punch this dude in the mush on the spot. In my opinion,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, I mean, he probably knew who Don Lemon is, realized that he was surrounded by eyewitnesses because he was in a crowded bar, and thought, doesn't smell like pussy or dick. Smells like a settlement.
Which he didn't take.
Which he didn't take. Well, I mean, he's not going to take their first offer. If $500K is what they offer him up front, there's more to be made.
Well, I don't know. Like, if it was me, I would be very, very hard-pressed to turn away $500K. I don't know.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I don't know what my answer would be unless I can't even answer that. I've never had that kind of money waved in front of me, so I can't honestly tell you yay or nay. Now, if it involved like a friend of mine or a family member getting severely injured or hurt, there's no settlement. It's going to the wire. To the wire. You can F off.
That. So what are your final thoughts on this whole fucking fiasco?
Well, I mean, Smollett
is
doing a great job at taking down the left.
Jussie Smollett.
Because he is blue falconing everyone, throwing everyone under the bus. For those of you that don't know what a blue falcon is, it means buddy fucker. And if you did any time in the military, you would realize that they're all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
And the funny thing is I remember I had some guys that are really bad buddy fuckers. And I'd be over there in front of the formation like, what the fuck happened? And they'd be like, well, he did it. I'm like, oh, did he? Oh, you're going to get punished too for being a fucking narc.
Oh, he different. He loves me.
I used to hammer narcs.
Like how? Just, road marches and shit? Or what?
Well, one of them was really bad at it. And he was always narking on people. And it was literally once or twice a month I'd have him in breaking concrete up with a sledgehammer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was so pissed at this guy.
Oh, so you went full tilt.
Well, I mean, that's the way he was a grunt. He was an 11 Bravo.
Somebody found blue birds and put it in the chat. Yeah. J.H. Choi, quick with the emoji game. I can appreciate your gumption.
I like it. I like it.
I like it.
But the thing is like if one of the main reasons it's very hard to get in the Air Force if you've been in the Marines or the Army is because they can't punish you. I mean, once you're a grunt and you're used to like just getting treated like shit, freezing and starving, and walking everywhere with a grand piano on your back, it's hard to punish those people. Like, yeah, whatever, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
12 miles. All right. What time is it?
I could do 12 miles standing on my head, man.
I'll see you for lunch.
All right. We're going to jump into your guys' super chats here again in just a moment. But first, a word from our sponsor tonight, Kevin's Concealment.
Do you ever get tired of women staring at that bulge in your pants? You know what I mean. Come on, lady. My eyes are up here, right? Well, thanks to kevinsconcealment.com, there's the cure for that. And at the same time, you get to exercise your Second Amendment rights at work and not get fired. You take your bulge, put it in the holster, and voila! You guys thought I was talking about something else. That's a homo suspicion point. Space Ghost is on. Go to kevinsconcealment.com and check out if they have a holster for your sidearm. Use the discount code POPP, P-O-P-P, links in the description.
It's in the Meat Gazer box.
It is in the Meat Gazer box. They're coming up with different size holsters for those things all the time. So make sure that if they don't have one for your sidearm, check in on the site every couple of months or so. They're constantly expanding the catalog.
Yeah, they are.
And the coupon code is going to be good for quite a while, from what I understand.
Excellent.
Dude's a big fan.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. All right, Crimson Hawk. Redonkulas motto, break our hearts and we break yours. I Pop P, Thursdays your video is behind a paywall, correct? Which one? Locals, Patreon, Subscribestar. All you got to do is become a member on any of those sites. You can watch the man.
And you're in.
You're in. Jeff Schroeder. I was in a diner on the south side of Chicago when the whole Jussie Smollett debacle was on TV. I yelled, "This is BS!" And then I noticed that I was the only white guy in the diner and nobody said anything.
Listen, bullshit is bullshit.
Yes.
I've called bullshit on many uncomfortable situations. I did it in the church.
Yep.
I've done it at retirement fucking ceremonies for officers and NCOs. I just tell the truth. I don't care.
The truth.
People get really upset.
Well.
So what, comma? I don't care. That's another one I used all the time, too.
Well, it's a good one. I like it. All right, here, jumping back into the chats here. Thor Gustafson, Chirpy is a canarial disease. It's untweetable. Nice.
Untweetable.
Cliff3188. One question made me realize the Jussie story was a scam, and I know you'll think it's stupid. What Subway franchise is open at 2 a.m. in Chicago?
I don't know. I don't even know if they have 24-hour Subways.
Well, this was a long time ago when I used to go there to visit a friend of mine who was going to college.
A friend?
But virtually all the chains that I knew of, they were open until midnight or possibly later here, were all closed by 9 or 10 p.m. in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah. So odds are nobody's getting a footlong unless it's a different kind of footlong. Because
Or,
we all
in
know
his
his
case, it could have been 2 footlongs.
Yeah, a couple of 6 inches, one in each hole. He got spit roasted. That's one way to stay warm in minus 30-degree weather.
I know I'm disparaging these 2 Nigerians, but Sommolier, already is trying to get these guys killed. I don't really think. I really have no opinion. I have no opinion on that.
Yeah.
I just hope that this is all settled. Nobody dies. Justice served, one way or another.
Yep. One can only hope, right?
Yep.
One can only hope. Keith Harney, do yourself a favor and watch Charles Barkley killing Jussie Smollett's bullshit story. I saw that. That was genius.
Charles Barkley.
Keith Peterson wants another but. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Had that one nice and ready for
That one's not as juicy as the other ones.
That is correct. I sell cat litter with 1776. I want to hear the cat litter and boxed wine skit. It never gets old. I think I can manage that.
Yeah.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
The face that always cuts back to you making just makes it all worthwhile. Pop going full Walt Disney.
Oh, no. I got a lady friend of mine. The first time she saw that, she literally laughed her ass off. She's like, it's so stupid. I know. I got like a former supply sergeant who probably watches the show laughing his ass off. And
I bet you got a lot of former supply sergeants watching the show laughing.
Well, the thing is like when you are the company first sergeant or acting first sergeant, you have a very, very close relationship with your supply because you can't get shit done if those guys don't want to work. So you can't be really dicks to them.
Yeah.
You could be harsh but fair. And I can't tell you how many times I ran interference for my supply sergeants because I'm like, hey, do you got all the MREs? Yeah, no? Okay. When are you going to have them? All right, I'll keep everyone off your back until you get the shit done.
Get it done. Do it.
I just do that all the time.
Reaper 01. Wango Tango.
Oh, here we go.
I was followed and approached by a paralyzed chick for shag time at a mall.
Whoa. That's hardcore.
Wow. And the porno was called Wheels. So I had an actual speak and spunk in the handicap bathroom.
Oh, wow. I just wonder if that's like a pity thing.
Speak and spunk, huh?
Is that like a new like Fisher Price like toy?
So did she have the thing to like talk with?
Oh, that just sounds so sexy.
Please come on my face. I think it would kind of kill my hydraulics if I had to listen to
I would have a hard time with that. I don't think I could do it.
to listen to the speak and spell robot or Stephen Hawking's voice.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Half the men you run into are wired to bang 80% of the women they run into. The scary part is there's that small percentage that will bang anything. All they need is a six-pack and a light switch.
Oh, God! Why didn't anybody tell me?
So you never know, man.
You never know. Hey, we've all been there. You know, we had a few too many or what have you. And you're in the middle of something with someone who you thought had cool points 20 minutes ago, but now the booze is wearing off, and you're like, what am I doing? Oh, my God.
I swear she was an 8 when they turned the lights off, and now she's a 4. I need to get the hell out of here.
She's a 2 again. Oh, God. Terrible.
Run away.
Oh.
Hey. 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 You laughed your ass off the first time I said that story.
Hey, it made the whole trip to New York worthwhile, man. That story was worth it all. Pimp City is, this is mega country, Wakanda forever.
Wow.
Yeah, Black Panther's really overrated. Dog Food 8541, testing 1, 2, 3, testing, check test, Uber chat works.
All right, good.
All right. Keith Peterson, Juicy is a Peter gazer.
Yes, he is.
He's a meat gazer.
It's a little bit more than gazing, I think.
Yeah. Oh, what's a wigwag? Somebody's picking up some of Sandman's lingo, it sounds like. Mm-hmm. Hey, Pop, my little brother is a corpsman. His birthday was a few days ago. He's a huge fan. His call sign is the lizard with nuke breath, whom terrorizes Japan. Thanks for all y'all do. That is a $50 super chat, and that means...
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
There's a lot of people who watch this show who are in the service. And a lot of cops watch it, too.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, keep on watching, guys, and help us share this out. This is the first time that we've hit 1,000 viewers in over a week.
Yeah. Well,
we've been throttled.
We're just trying to keep the gun out of people's mouths, man.
Yep.
Using humor.
But hey, I will take Tim Pool at his word. Maybe the next video or stream that we post, I'll just, take the links out, keep them on the website, or put them as a pinned comment underneath afterwards. If there's any validity to it, we'll see what happens.
All right. Well,
I'm always down for experimenting to try
how to circumvent the algorithm?
Yeah, got to screw Susan in the pooch. Thor Gustafson, Smollett and his henchmen probably Eiffel Towered. That's cerebral AIDS.
Oh, I don't even want to go there mentally, man.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Attorneys like visual aids at the trial. In this case, the defendant is visual aids.
I mean, this is all just my opinion. I don't know if that really happened or not. But as a betting man, I might have to put money on that.
You might. Got to play the numbers. Crazy Uncle Juicy isn't the only one that jacked themselves up. Baldwin had an interview where he admits his guilt, deleted it of Tweaker, yet deleted it off Tweaker, yet it is still out there.
I watched that.
I didn't pull the trigger.
I watched the entire interview. I was literally drenched in sweat by the end. I was so embarrassed for him.
Really?
Like, what a fucking idiot.
It was that bad. What was the thing that set you off?
The fact he's doing an interview about a murder or somebody dying and nobody's even been charged yet. Are you out of your fucking mind?
If he was anybody else, he would already be in shackles and perp walked.
Absolutely correct. And, there needs to be a day in court and all the information needs to come out of what actually happened. And then we'll see what happens after that.
You're damn right. Keith Peterson, pink eye from the butt. That one's a little juicier than the last one.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. That's what a Latino girl, too. Ooh, yeah.
You love the Latino girls, those South American women, man.
Yeah, I'm retired now. I'm a retired philanderer. I'm just done with that.
Retired philanderer.
I am. I'm retired.
You're quite the philodendron.
I'm retired.
Rusty Shackelford, I'm still lost on the two Nigerian guys yelling, "This is MAGA country."
Yeah.
Maybe it means something else in Nigeria.
No, it doesn't.
Michael Simmons, I would open fire for that two-finger offense.
Yep.
Yeah, Donna Lamone, he really needs to work
If
on
that
his
dude
opening
is
line.
55 years old and he is out in public doing stupid shit like that, you're going to get really fucking hurt. If you do it to a 20-year-old guy who's in fucking good shape,
Yeah.
like I'm in my 50s. There's no fucking way I would pick a fight with a 20-year-old or 25-year-old dude. I will get crushed. I am just a human being who's old and out of shape now. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Pick your fights wisely, Mr. Lamone.
Yeah,
You
because
bastard.
you do that in the wrong place, and it's not going to go well for you, in my opinion.
Amen to that. Furion won with a $5 donation. No comment attached, so if there was one there, it looks like it got censored by Susan. Irish Lover 7745. I tried to switch to Army from the USMC, but I had too much testosterone to make the transition. Winning.
I have converted probably 50 former Marines into absolute stellar soldiers. Half of them are paratroopers.
Well, I mean, you've said many times that the best infantry soldier on the planet,
Right out of the box.
right out of the box, comes from, what was it? Which island was it?
Paris Island.
Paris Island. The Marine.
0311s. That's infantry Marine.
Yeah, it's just that the Marine Corps treats their people like shit.
My God. They treat their people terrible. And like,
Got a retention rate worse than Blockbuster Video. Yes, I just dated myself.
yes. Yeah. The retention rate's terrible. That's why they spend like so much of their budget on these crazy, stupid commercials. Because they got to like hype, build up the hype and then
Of course,
pump everyone through the front door and then treat them like shit and then they leave. So
Sounds like good
stupid.
times. Good times.
Stupid.
It is stupid. Travis Wolf with Juicy. I can't help but think of Jed Gay Cal.
Never heard of it. I don't know what that
Oh, no. You're thinking of Ned the Gay Caller? That thing? We can listen to that again later if you want. My
Ned
name is
the Gay
Ned.
Cow.
Colon, I'm pounding on your colon. Instead of rawhide, it's raw hind. Yeah, never hear of F Troop? How about F me Troop?
Yeah, I've actually. There's a lot of guys out there that are now old that have been doing that shit since their mid-teens,
Oh, yeah?
and that piece of your body is not designed for that, and it wears out. And when it does, it is ugly.
Yeah, you ever hear of a prolapse? It's a real thing,
Yeah.
and it's not something anyone should have to go through, let alone because they were stupid. It's bad enough to go through by accident. Believe me, I've heard stories.
Yep.
Thankfully, I never saw them in person.
Actually, I saw a guy doing squats have his asshole shoot right out of, or his intestines shoot out of his ass.
No shit.
Yeah, he was bench.
No pun intended.
No, he was like squatting like 650 or something.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I didn't actually see it happen. I was facing this way, and this is at Fort Bragg, and the dude's like, ah, and then you hear the bar come down, and a couple plates fly off, and I'm like, holy fuck! And of course, everyone runs over there, and you hear the ooh, and there's like blood, and it's all fucked up, and the ambulance had to come, and I'm like, poor bastard, that's a career-ending injury.
No shit.
Yeah,
Damn.
that was a bad one.
That's really bad.
And he was squatting, and that's why I don't squat. That ruined it for me, man.
Oh. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right, jumping over to Streamlabs. Looks like we got a few more here. Trying to see where they begin. Shark Dentures. Did you guys see the new movie trailer for the next Hollywood hit called Gun Victim, Alec Baldwin? Even he cries in it. Legitimately. Really. Those tears were completely honest. Poor Alec Baldwin.
You know what?
It's not like he's an actor who gets paid to cry or anything.
Yeah, I can't stand the Baldwin family. Okay, I should take that back. I don't personally know them, so I can't say that in truth.
But when they get political,
I don't like them because they're super liberal political idiots.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, of course.
With that being said, I will say that if you've seen the miniseries on Amazon, Too Old to Die Young, Billy Baldwin does give a damn good performance in that one.
All right.
He became kind of a mimetic legend with just one episode of that show. It's kind of hypnotizing, actually. Ascension! It's been a while, good sir. Good to see you. Blake, a guy named Juicy does a dry run. Everyone on the Crytanic. Not possible. Yeah, Juicy's not used to a dry run, if you know what I mean. He usually has to lube it up with a little bit of that Astroglide. You know, where you can drive a Cadillac into a doghouse.
Yeah, it's not a pretty thing to imagine.
Ascension again. Blake Stutters, Osandaria brother, asked under oath, me on the Crytanic poop deck. No, you had it right. Go with that. Get into it. Let it feed you.
God.
You're a disgusting bastard, man. I missed you. No homo. Inquisitor Jack 45. Hey, Popp and Blake. Haven't been able to catch live lately due to work circumstances. It's been going around lately. I'm shipping you a Christmas package from Maryland. Kraken rum and local Trailblazer bourbon. Wishing you and yours well this Christmas. And we wish you and yours as well. Oh, yeah. And we got the black coffee rum in the
Plus,
middle.
I have a coffee liqueur that I need to bring in.
Nice. I make my own at home.
And for those of you that don't know, this is the original Redonkulas hat.
Yep.
I had to actually put lacquer on it to keep it from fraying at the bill.
It's got all the luck in it. You got to seal it in.
You got to leave the luck in there. You can't wash it.
Nah. Ascension! I'm going to try something different. New jokes are on the way, but here's a new category I want to try out with y'all. Cringy pickup lines.
Oh, God.
Ascension style. I'm going to start off light. First one. Girl, you so fine, I'd suck your dad's dick just for a taste of the recipe.
Oh, my God. Wow.
I'm going to need a minute.
Oh, that's horrid.
I mean,
but funny.
I don't think you're getting into bed with that.
No.
But it's A for effort.
You're going to get pretty much an automatic disqualification for that. You say that shit.
Okay. Dinosaur 13 again. Worst Journalist of the Year, Don Lemon. Worst Journalist of the Year. Nice tip of the hat to John Ward. What happened to him? Did he get wrapped up in the totally real legitimate J6 insurrection? Was he a glowy? Where in the fucking hell is John Ward? You know, I've been wondering the same thing. I haven't got a notification of his material in months.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anybody out there know the scoop? Let us know in the comments. I'm curious myself.
Sure.
Or maybe YouTube just completely shadow banned him and he's been doing stuff this whole time. You never
Who knows? It's not like that hasn't happened before.
No, that never happened.
No.
No, Susan is the most fair,
Totally
free speech
honest.
friendly. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to finish.
All right, there we go.
Just like every other guy she ever banged. I mean, how could you? Have you seen her? Just saying.
Ugh.
Shark dentures. Are you kidding, Popp? It's Chai Congo. The woman who dismissed Smollett's case inappropriately probably got promoted.
Fuck up, move up.
Yep. When you're a Democrat, you just kind of fail upwards. Ascension! What Popp doesn't tell you is it's all fun and games with the beer and the light switch until you hear the crunchy, crusty sound upon insertion. You're fucked.
That's horrible.
Munging.
That's how you catch a drippy dick right there.
I know. You wind up with a toothless goat.
That's a Riggs.
It is until you get a dick worm.
Yeah.
It's bad. Demaster 12. For another laugh, just watch John Ward's the 100% factual recreation of the Jussie Smollett hate crime that he committed. So when Smooth J is committed or convicted, what/who do you think will take collateral damage from the fallout? Well, the media is going to make it about race, despite the fact everyone knows this is bullshit. I guarantee you that.
That's like their go-to thing.
Who wants racism to win?
White Supreme Pizza.
Yep.
Racist. Obafist.
Obafist.
Anything.
You're an Obafist.
Obafist.
Obafist sounds like a German lager. Give me a pint of Obafist.
Are you sure you want that?
Are you sure you want that?
Because he's putting on the rubber glove because this is going to hurt.
It'll kick your ass up over your head like a hat, pal.
Yeah, bend over. Here's your Obafist. You're going to need some stitches in the morning.
Ugh.
Don't tell him where you got it, though.
Meanwhile, Juicie's like, that's okay. You can take off the glove.
Oh, it's terrible. Dude, we're so fucked.
That's what I'm here for.
I know.
Ballistic Zero over on MGTOW.tv. My DD93 actually says if I'm ever in life support, unplug me. And plug me back in, see if that works. Alternatively, flick the light switch really fast while Arrow Shogun is in there doing the Uncle Ruckus exorcism. I want these to be followed to the T. Had one of my guys laughing so hard he fell down the stairs.
So I take it that's your do not resuscitate shit.
Yeah, do not resuscitate. Let's just get rid of that.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, jumping over to Odyssey, my favorite Frenchman here from Canada, François Lachataine. The way that the judiciary system in all our countries generally seems to act these days would cause me, not unlike a Quebec comedian in a particular television show, to say the following. Justice is not just about prosecuting criminals. Justice isn't just about defending the innocent people. Justice isn't just about enforcing the law. Justice isn't just about repeating the same fucking phrase over and over. You need to be brave. Brevity, sir. About applying complicated procedures. Justice isn't just about holding all authorities accountable. Justice isn't just. Clearly not lately.
Well, the thing is, once everyone loses faith in the system, people are going to refuse to participate in that system.
Yeah.
And that's when you start the True Air rifle range,
Dun, dun, dun.
historically speaking.
We have a bet on Odyssey.
All right.
5 library corn from Rougarou or Rogeroo. 20 minutes with the jury.
20 minutes.
I mean, if you've seen the security footage, you really don't need anybody's testimony.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just my opinion.
I mean, I think it's going to be like, my guess is 3 to 4 hours.
They're going to want to make it look good. We really thought about it.
Yeah. At most, it won't be more than 2 days.
No, there's no way. Chad, SOI East Infantry comes out of Camp Geiger. Tatsuya, can't speak for most of the Baldwin family, but supposedly Stephen Baldwin is a good guy, if a little bit out there.
Well, a lot of the people who are in Hollywood are out there.
A little bit. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Now we got to talk about something unfortunate, and I would say that...
Oh, yeah. There's something that happened in our backyard?
The Oxford shooting, up to 4 dead. Somebody died the day after of complications. So...
Yep.
I would say moment of silence.
Sure. Rest in peace.
All right, now let's rip this fucking kid apart.
All right. Now, I have read a couple articles on this, and I watched a couple of legal analysis in regards to the parents being charged. We talked about this before the show,
yeah,
and we agreed to disagree. I don't think the parents should be charged with a criminal offense. They're civilly liable, but it is what it is.
It's like, I'm not a lawyer. Neither one of us are lawyers.
I don't want to be a lawyer.
It's not really on us to say whether or not they deserve to be charged with involuntary manslaughter. But I will say that there were definitely warning signs, and they were
completely ignored.
They are horrible fucking parents, and we're
Yes.
going to get into why. Some of the warning signs are right here. This is Ethan Crumbley's own Instatwat, which is now gone. Mm-hmm. This was his bio the day before the shooting. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. See you tomorrow, Oxford.
Oh my God.
And then right here is a text message. Yeah, Diego just told me who it was. He was near the shooter. Is it that Ethan guy? Yep, there's a picture. They're sharing it. And then this is from his page. Apparently, it's a countdown to the return of the devil. And there was a deer head left on the lawn of the school earlier last month.
All right.
And that was basically ignored.
Did they caught him with the deer head, or did they know he put it there?
I think they know they just know he put it there. The security, there's security surveillance cameras all over these schools.
Yeah, he wouldn't be the first guy to leave deer parts in the school. I was just saying.
I have a feeling there's an Army story coming on.
No. This is before I went in the Army, and I was in high school.
All right, go for it.
Well, I had a row with a certain teacher. I'm not going to say his name. He's probably dead now, and I hope he is. And it was towards the end of the semester. You know, the deer season was coming up, and a buddy of mine's father went out, bagged a deer, and then he calls me. My buddy calls me over. We watch his father dress it, and then he takes like the hooves and whatever that he didn't use, threw it in a plastic bag, and dropped it in the garbage can. Well, I promptly took that, went to school the next day at like 5:30 in the morning, and put it in an abandoned locker, like across the hall from this certain teacher's, room. And then it's a new semester. I fucking forgot about it. 3 weeks later, we're in a new semester, and they literally had hazmat people cleaning it out. Nobody could go down that hallway for half a day.
You're such a dick.
Oh, I was such an asshole. I think I was in 10th grade when that happened.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so, it is what it is. I was an asshole.
Well, in this instance, the deer thing was evaluated and said there was no present threat of danger at Oxford High School.
All right, hang on. Whoa. Hey, whoa.
I mean, headless deer.
All right. I mean, come on. Come on.
Yeah, headless deers don't just fall from the sky.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a whole different age now. Like if I was a kid nowadays, I'd be expelled. I'd be in juvie. I'd be fucked up. Even though I'd be, the way the world is today, it's insane.
Mm-hmm. So school says no threat of danger, but the students feel differently.
Mm-hmm. Something's wrong. So I'm like,
what was worrying everybody? There had been some ominous threats posted in recent days. Is that right?
Yeah, that is right. It is. I've been hearing the threats too, and it's like, kids they play around and say, "Oh, we're gonna shoot up the school." Or this. You don't supposed to play around with that.
Right.
Like, this is serious. You can't do that. So I mean, like, it's a lot of stuff that's been going on. This school it's been tragic, and it's like, I don't even know. It's just.
He's got a point.
He does have a point.
Got a point.
It's a very valid point.
Yep.
So, yeah. So that's the school. And a little bit more of that here. So, oh, boy.
Here we go.
The plot thickens. Bloody drawings and a cry for help and Oxford's choice before the school shooting. 15-year-old Ethan Crumbley had been scrolling online for ammunition at school, drew a disturbing picture of a gun, a bullet, someone bleeding, and wrote that his thoughts won't stop, help me, and the world is dead. But the teen also had no history of disciplinary issues at school and appeared calm when he met with school counselors, according to a letter released Saturday by the Oxford superintendent. When Crumbley's parents, who'd been called to the school for an emergency meeting, refused to take their son home, counselors made a decision, and they sent the sophomore back to class. Hours later, Hannah St. Juliana, 14, Madison Baldwin, 17, and Tate Myers, 16, were dead and 8 injured in a shooting spree. One of those injured, Justin Schilling, 17, died the next day. Okay. Now I have a question that I didn't have before, because I'm reading this out loud. You catch more stuff.
I got you.
They bought him this gun that he used.
Why the hell
in
it
case
wasn't in a
everybody knows
safe
here.
or secured? I have no idea.
They bought him this gun. Now, when they're called in, because obviously there's some problems with their kid,
Yep.
and he's drawing guns and he's looking for ammunition online while in school. They didn't check to make sure that the gun was still at home before they went up for this meeting and refused to take him home.
That's fucked up. Well, hindsight's 20/20. But look at his face. That dude just looks fucked up.
Yeah, well, we all look a little fucked up.
Aren't they
at 15,
charging him as an adult?
I don't know.
I think they are.
They very well may be.
He's going to never get out of prison, bro.
Yep. Ugh. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah.
But, hey, I mean,
there's even more craziness coming, too. So,
well, first of all, a lot of these mass shooters, they tend to be white.
Mm-hmm.
If you count the ones, that get multiple people, more than two. But a large majority of mass shootings happen in blue states and blue cities.
Yeah.
Because the definition is a gun incident where two or more people are killed or wounded.
Yeah. Well, 95% of these mass shootings happen in gun-free zones. Gee, I wonder why. It's almost like they're selected by risk factor.
Yeah.
Just saying. To the sick and twisted. And it doesn't stop there with the parents.
Well, I bet you this guy has a history of some crazy shit.
He probably does. But no prior disciplinary action, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Former Ethan Crumbley neighbor called Child Protective Services on the parents years ago. Report. And both parents are now facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter.
Which I don't agree with.
I mean, we can
agree to disagree.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. Could you construe it this way? Because we have the Michigan involuntary manslaughter law.
Mm-hmm.
Involuntary manslaughter, also called criminally negligent manslaughter, occurs when a person is accidentally killed due to someone else's criminal negligence, or when someone is killed during another crime where the intent was not to cause bodily injury or death. Unlike a murder charge, involuntary manslaughter means that a person had no intention of killing another, but due to their careless or reckless actions caused the death of a human being. I can see where people would say that absolutely applies, and I'm sure that there's other ways to interpret it where you can say it definitely doesn't apply.
Well, we'll find out because
we will find out.
They're charged with it, and it's going to go to court.
Yeah, so we're not lawyers.
But we agree to disagree.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I'm not really disagreeing or agreeing with you. I'm just saying I don't know.
All right.
It's like I can read it, and my English major brain is like, well, you can interpret it this way, or you can interpret it this way. So
yeah,
and it's going to come down to who's got a better lawyer or liar.
A fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, look at his parents.
I mean, listen, I have lots of friends of mine who have bought guns for their children who are under 18. Pistols, shotguns, whatever. But that shit is in a safe.
Yep.
And like they go to the range.
This clearly wasn't.
They take the gun out of the safe. They go to the range. They shoot it. They put it back. And then when the kid turns 21, then it's his.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't happen here.
So there's a pattern of negligence that goes back years here. Former neighbor of James and Jennifer Crumbley, who, like their son, are in Oakland County Jail, told the Detroit Free Press that the Crumbleys started displaying concerning behavior years ago that prompted her to make a complaint to CPS. When they were gone, he would come and knock on her door. She told the newspaper of Ethan when his parents would leave him at home alone to go drinking at bars in 2014 and 2015, and they never left him with a phone. Lemieux said that the parents continued leaving their son at home alone even after she made a complaint and confronted them about it.
So the kid was like 8 or 9 years old?
No, so he's 15 now. This was, he would have been like 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Actually, no, 2014, he's 15. That's 7 years ago. So, yeah, he would have been like 8.
8. That's a little young to be left alone.
A little bit. Wow.
I mean, I think the cutoff is like 12 years old or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, I stayed home by myself, from 10 years old on. Not a big deal. But that was a whole different era.
So, like I said, whether or not these people are actually guilty of involuntary manslaughter,
well,
they are shit parents.
Yes.
These are the people that you see in Walmart like, you shouldn't be here. You should have been swallowed.
Yep. I'll have to say that. These people look like white trash.
Yep. Red trash. There you go.
That's in New York.
Michigan authorities execute search warrant at a home of a man accused of helping the alleged school gunman's parents. This did not actually pan out or anything. Apparently, I guess they hung out in this dude's art studio in Novi and squatted there. He had no idea they were there, but, you know,
Well, Novi.
they knew what was going on.
Yeah, Novi is a ritzy suburb of Detroit.
Yes.
Didn't used to be. It is now.
What really cracks me up is that there are, this was, I can't imagine why they were such a flight risk. Oakland County prosecutor Karen McDonald detailed the charges on Friday, saying that Jennifer Crumbly posted about buying a gun for her son in the days before the shooting and sent a nonchalant message to him after he was caught Googling ammunition in class. Instead of reacting to it as a concerned parent and being worried about safety, Mrs. Crumbly texted, "LOL, I'm not mad, just next time, don't get caught."
Yeah. You know what? I have a buddy of mine that's a Oakland County sheriff. I'm going to probably have to call him on this one. See if he has any inside info.
After the shooting began. Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Jennifer Crumbly texted her son, "Ethan, don't do it." So they refused to take him home, and then apparently that's when they went and checked for the gun. They're really on top of shit.
Wow.
Just amazing. And they tried to evade law enforcement. They hung out at this dude's freaking art studio, and now they're on bond for $500,000 each. It's what happens when you try to run and grab a burner phone.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, the intent, that's going to jack it up. It probably went from $50,000 to $500,000.
Yep.
I mean, they wouldn't even get out on $50,000. They probably don't have a lot of money.
You want to see the ultimate dick move?
Sure.
Oxford school shooting. Ethan Crumbly appointed lawyer by court after parents only hire their own.
Ooh. Well,
it's like, well, I know that we're kind of responsible for this in some ways, but fuck you, kid. You're on your own.
Well, I mean,
wow.
Their kid they put themselves there for being stupid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow. But, you know, on the bright side, that kid's never getting out of jail.
Yeah. And I will give this, though, to the superintendent of the Oxford School District. He's very wise. Apparently, the Michigan AG wanted to get involved, and he's like, no, we got this. Ordinarily, you'd want the highest profile person there involved, but I'm sorry, the Michigan AG was appointed by Gretchen Schittler,
Yep.
And anyone appointed by her is going to bring a political slant to this bullshit, and it's already been politicized enough. Thank you for keeping that friggin' bitch out of this case. That's all I have to say about that.
She committed genocide.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are dead from rest homes because of her.
Yeah. Anyone that she would appoint has got to be just as corrupt as her. So I would not trust them at all.
No.
Wouldn't trust them any farther than I could throw their fat feminist asses. And as always, you can find all these sources. Feel free to comb through them. Once again, it's just us reading you the news.
Handle your business.
Telling you our opinion on it.
Handle your business.
Figure out your own shit.
Now, listen, this whole thing is tragic.
Yeah.
All right, and
these kids didn't have to die.
A lot of these school shootings started a few years after no-fault divorce became a nationwide thing.
I mean, it's not like 80% of violent shooters come from single-parent homes or anything.
It's higher than that.
Probably.
I think it's higher.
Well, 85% of the people in prison had no father at home.
That's absolutely correct.
But a lot of the people in prison are in there for victimless crimes, too. So it's like...
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to reconcile these people who've spent decades in jail for, victimless bullshit. I mean, I would be lividly pissed.
Oh, so would I. I would be royally pissed. Ugh. All right, I think we're going to read some more Super Chats. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know that we are broadcasting everywhere. MGTOW.tv, Manosphere.tv, Odyssey.com, DLive.tv, RoxyTube, and Twitch, in addition to YouTube.
How many people we have on after 90 minutes?
1,027 on YouTube.
Fuck yeah.
72 on Twitch. 76 on DLive. It looks like DLive's actually working tonight.
Nice.
That's nice. 110 on RoxyTube and 45 on MGTOW.tv.
So about 1,350. That's not bad.
Yeah. And MGTOW.tv's wallet still works. That's always a plus.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
That's what she said. Tim Reuter, Ruiter, added to the trifecta of drinks. Standing, sir. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Peterson says, this is fun. Thank you for pop service. He just likes that he can make me into a dancing butt monkey and put shit up on the screen for him.
Nice.
Town Drunk.
Nice name.
I don't know, somebody's jockeying for your position, Pop.
I'm a city drunk.
No, you're a suburb drunk. Pop and Blake, remember, age and treachery will always beat youth and strength.
Yes, it will.
What's a wigwag? My best friend, former MP, spoke of a domestic call on Fort Hood that a soldier's wife found out he was cheating, waited one night when he passed out, inserted a mercury thermometer into his member and broke it.
Oh, my God. That's fucked up.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's kind of gives you a little sympathy pangs down here in your, not your thinking meat, your other meat.
Yeah, in your one-eyed wonderworm meat straw.
I mean, it's kind of your thinking meat until you're 34, but
Yeah, once the big head overpowers the little head.
it's got that little hole in the end where all the bad decisions come in.
Yeah, up until that point, you're a free-range fornicator.
Yeah.
Yep.
Things always backfire. Patriot of the West. OB, gentlemen, would appreciate Blake rating Subscribe Star. I'll check it out. Why not?
Let's do it.
Let's check out your tips, good sir. As long as you're the same name on there, it makes it hard to figure these things out sometimes. Like people are like, oh, I sent you an email. I'm like, okay, what's your, I don't know your screen name, so I'm going to read your real name. No! Hey, you did it to yourself. Oh!
No, actually, we try to keep you. If you don't want to have your name on this, we're not going to tell your name.
No. Oh, wow, a couple of giant donations here from Patriot of the West, so we're just going to give them one of these.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Odin bless, gentlemen. I spoke with an Australian recruitment medic recently, told him about the knee and head quacks, and asked him a realistic time frame for enlistment being possible again. Good news is I finished my rehab for the knee and get the head quacks to F off and write a letter saying that I'm not insane or a Nazi or a Knots bowl, and I'm 18 months head med free. I can start the process.
All right. Now, anyone out there looking to enlist in the service, no matter what service it is, if you took head meds, ADHD meds, or any of that horse shit in your teens, when you go to enlist, you better not have that in your bloodstream, number one. And two, don't you say shit about it. All right?
Yeah.
Because you will get disqualified so quick, it'll make your head spin
No.
on head meds.
Lies by omission are not technically lies when there's paperwork involved. I'm just saying.
I'm going to be honest. Like, when I went in, I literally had like 6 guys who were going to MEPS with me that morning. And the recruiter's like, all right, what's going on here? He's still going through his paperwork. All right, this here, you say shit. Keep your mouth shut. You're good. All right. Oh, you should be good. And they get to me. He's like, yeah, you're fine. 'Cause I didn't have any I had no law. I was good to go.
It's good times. All right, he's got a lot more here. Going back to my MMA for my New Year resolution to start the healing process. Might even cut back on the cigarettes as the happy juices start flowing again. As the head quacks did say in the new year, they'd start to decouple. To any young viewers who are about to receive their manhood by default, I've been homeless more times than housed as an adult, walked across 2 deserts, been stabbed twice, shot at once, and still am not an inch of the man my grandfather was during NAM. But a word of advice before this rant is too long. If old mate lets you shelter in his garden shed, don't drink more than you can handle, or you'll have to prove to the whole world that this homeless bum isn't a flight risk, no matter how much of a flag-saluting man you may be.
Yeah, listen, man. People don't seem to understand. Being a dude is tough.
Yeah.
All right?
Because you're held responsible for everything, even shit you didn't do.
There's no safety net for you either.
No.
It's all on you. It's it. Handle your shit.
Exactly. And another one from Patriot of the West here. Odin bless, gentlemen. Farm work is going well. Saved enough money for a year's MMA membership. We'll be doing boxing, Muay Thai, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gesundheit, on top of Pop's training guide for a combat-ready body.
Running
All
and
right.
swimming I can do for free, and I also have a push bike for extra fat burning. Hopefully 3 years from now, the ADF will allow me to enlist. Plan from there is to work to E5 to E7 and kiss ass enough to transfer to U.S. force and earn citizenship.
More power to you, bro.
Yeah. Good luck to you in everything.
Now, if you ever do that, you let me know, and I might actually come to your graduation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll send you back to basic and AIT if you come from another country.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Thosh, also on Subscribestar, donated $20. Thank you so much, good sir. I appreciate your work. Would go into battle with you every time.
I'm honored. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
You've been forging boys into men for years, and now you're figured out a way to do it over the internet.
Well, I went from one battlefield or battle space to another.
Yeah.
I went from like the physical battle space to the mental, spiritual battle space.
Yeah.
And I'm not even like a religion nut.
No.
No.
I know you're not. Religion, that's kind of... They do make me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, they make everyone uncomfortable. That's why they have those big churches where all the nuts go.
Yeah. They're like, I mean, most of the religious nuts I know, they're not like Carrie White's mom. When you get to that level, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Why are you here? You shouldn't be here. You should have been swallowed.
Now listen, I'm all cool with people if they're like uber religious. I have a problem when they try to convert me.
Oh, yeah. And the funny thing is the same people who will insist that you're an ist if you don't bang a chick that used to be a dude have that same opinion about religion. But they have no problem trying to force their own
Craziness.
crazy ideology on you.
Yeah.
It's amazing how
Fuck
that
that
works, isn't
shit.
it? Well, it's different. He loves me. I just love
Listen,
it.
you're never going to be able to guilt a man into making his dick hard. It's just not going to happen.
You cannot negotiate attraction no matter how hard you try.
Nope.
Where? Irish Lover 7745. Mark Dice summed up the hoax hate crimes. Yes, he did. And we've had numerous articles with lists, dozens and dozens deep for these things. Most hate crimes are hoaxes. It is what it is.
Yeah, and they have to hoax it because it doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah. Okay, we got 3 butts from Keith Peterson. Luckily, I got a lot here.
All right.
Oh, there's one.
Ooh.
All right, gonna tick.
That looks like 2 soccer balls.
Boing.
Okay.
It's a good one
That's
there.
okay.
Oh, and.
That one's good.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Nice butts.
Nice butts. Smooth criminal. He got that from Krishna, an Indian deity. Krishna.
Well, just like I write about this in my book, just because it's of a different religion doesn't mean it's unwise.
Exactly. Terry M. Red dot on a handgun. I'm looking. Red dot on Smollett. Just kidding. He going down.
Yeah, he screwed himself up, man.
Yes, he did.
This is stupid.
Thank him. D-Star 2 with a $50 super chat.
Thank you.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Thank you very much. And thanks again to Patriot of the West over on Subscribestar. Very generous, and we're glad to hear that things are moving in a positive direction for
Fuck
you,
yeah.
sir. AF, thoughts on soccer cleat versus sneaker versus combat boot for direct action. I have 3 different style of combat boots I've tried so far. Cleats seem the fastest.
All right.
You're making them think.
First of all, cleats have a problem, especially if you're walking on rock or ice, unless they're specifically designed for walking on ice. So that's going to be a problem. And if you have cleats and you come in and out of your barracks or building, you're going to play hell keeping your floor good because your chain of command will climb up your ass. All right. Now, combat boots are always a plus because most of the combat boots out there have been worn by many soldiers, have been tried and tested, and they're fine. I have 2 or 3 pairs of combat boots that I have literally had for my entire military career, and I've only had to have them resold. And the ones I took to selection, Special Forces selection, was a resold pair of jungle boots. and they were better than any of the fancy Reebok horseshit boots you can ever buy. No problem. Hands down, gold combat boots. Which is my opinion, of course.
Just your opinion. But it's a practiced one. All right. Ascension! On the Titanic, we call a prolapse the check engine light.
God damn!
Time for a trip to the garage, good buddy.
Yeah, you're going to get that shit sewed up.
Oh, you sick bastard. Shark Dentures, I'm glad you guys have your backups in place. YouTube has gone ban happy lately. Former MGTOW, now current event / anime content creator, Raging Golden Eagle, got completely nuked with no strikes. Thankfully, he's probably coming back in a week or two.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
There needs to be some lawsuits about this. This is crazy.
Yeah. Shark Dentures again. Didn't Heels Up Harris try to institute your kid does something wrong, you get arrested back in the day in California?
She did.
Well, she was looking for any reason to exploit slave labor.
Yep. That's exactly what that is.
It is what it is. Dynaside 13. How about we give our children in public schools as much security as gun-grabbing politicians who defend burning down cities? If they're going to tax you, at least use it to protect kids. But no, guns bad and working-class families are the real problem.
Yep. That's a bunch of horseshit.
Exactly how they do it. The fact that they're willing to use the FBI to intimidate parents who are just concerned about their children's education shows you exactly where their heads are. Up their ass.
Yep. That's some pretty, that's some brown shirt shit right there. That's some Nazi brown shirt stuff.
Drill Sergeant Death by Dick and Butt. All right.
Damn!
I got to put on my Rod Serling voice here. In a world where Popp had to get a Metropolitan Sunday and a Slovakian traffic cone at the same time with Jiz Lane, Tess Holiday, and Lana Rhodes, straw and watch email for Jackal's shipment of butt pics, not his own, you gaylords.
You bastard.
Not his own. I would sincerely hope you're not sending us pictures of your ass, good sir.
That would be a problem.
All right.
No problem.
They're not here yet.
Okay.
It's unfortunate. We're looking forward to it, though. We always like a good ass around here, I'm just saying. Jimmy Bones, speaking of religious nuts, plumbers found something like $600K in the walls behind a loose toilet recently in one of the famous pastor's homes. I'm fuzzy on the deets, but apparently there was money missing from the church fund. Shocker! You want to smell it?
That's actually very common. Very common.
Oh, yeah.
And my grandfather was a minister.
Oh, you meant prophet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. My grandfather was a minister. And I remember when I was a kid, I'd hang out at the church with him because I'd spend half the summers at my grandparents' house. And he actually fired a couple of people for misappropriation of funds.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. That's what should happen.
Yeah. So it never really got to be a big problem, but because he was on top of that shit.
Good. All right, Shark Dentures, the Rittenhouse jury gave me a spark of hope. I pray the Smollett jury doesn't snuff it out.
Well, we'll see.
Amen to that.
I mean, right now, there's a huge spiritual conflict going on in the world.
Yep.
So
it really is.
And the forces of evil are relying on ignorance and laziness to succeed.
Yeah. And ironically, in an age of information that's never been easier.
I know. It's insane.
Shocking.
Like, you literally have the power of the Library of Congress here at your fingertips.
Yep.
So if you choose to be ignorant, it's a fucking choice.
It is a choice.
Don't make excuses. Just like, I'm lazy and I don't care. That's all you got to say. I'm like, okay, move along. You're a sheeple.
Crimson Hawk on MGTOW.tv. Redonkulas motto, break our heart, we break yours.
I like it.
Arrow Shogun, he wants me to do a Cosby voice. I got sent to the alternative high school for bringing 3 9mm, a 38, and 12 GA shotgun, 12 gauge shotgun shell to school because I was a super immature spurg that wanted attention for the dumbest things and for the laughs. But when you're allowed to search up ammo in class and parents are buying weapons you have no training for, that is a recipe for disaster.
It is.
What a dysfunctional family. Zip bop boop da bop jello.
That's pretty good.
That's my first attempt at a Cosby voice.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Hope you guys like that one. All right. Speaking of people who are known for touching things inappropriately.
Oh, here we go.
We got our last subject of the night here. If you guys watched Crowder, you've already kind of gotten a hit of this, but this is messed up. Although
I'm not shocked.
Hang on. I got to get a good one here. I can't say I'm surprised.
Nope.
Secret CIA files say staffers committed sex crimes involving children. So the C in CIA now stands for CHOMO. The CHOMO Intelligence Agency.
Wow.
Or the CHOMO Invasion Agency.
That's so fucked up, man.
Yes, it is. Declassified CIA Inspector General reports show a pattern of abuse and a repeated decision by federal prosecutors not to hold agency personnel accountable. Y'all are sounding more and more like an ideology all the time.
I'm sorry. If you're abusing children, you should be held to the highest letter of the law. You need to be hammered.
And it's not just the CIA, as we'll see from some of the sources I was able to dig up. CIA, over the past 14 years, has secretly amassed credible evidence that at least 10 of its employees and contractors have committed crimes involving children. Though most of these cases were referred to U.S. attorneys for prosecution, only one was ever charged with a crime. Prosecutors sent the rest of the cases back to the CIA to handle internally, meaning few faced any consequences beyond the possible loss of their jobs and security clearances. That marks a striking deviation from how sex crimes involving children have been handled at other federal agencies such as Homeland Security and the DEA. Insiders say the agency resists prosecution of its staff for fear the cases will reveal state secrets.
I don't fucking care.
Take your greater good bullshit and shove it up your ass.
Like there's just no excuse for it. It's like the fucking Catholic Church.
One employee had a contact with a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Wow.
The only thing that happened to him, he was fired. A second employee purchased 3 explicit videos, spicy videos of young girls filmed.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm going to get pissed. By their mothers.
Holy shit.
He resigned. A third estimated that he had viewed up to 1,400 spicy images of children while on agency assignments.
This is kiddie porn, right?
The records do not say what action, if any, the CIA took against him. A contractor who arranged for spicy time with an undercover FBI agent posing as a child had his contract revoked. Why are these people not in prison?
Corruption?
Oh, and these are the people who are supposed to keep your state secrets safe.
And keep you safe.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah, they're supposed to be looking out for the best interests of our country. Seems like they're only looking out for the best interests of themselves.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. The alphabet agencies need to be combined. A lot of people need to be fired.
Yeah.
Because, they don't work well together. They hire they're mediocre because they have affirmative action.
Yep.
You don't hire the best people. You have to have a quota. If you have a quota, the standard the standard of the people you want to hire goes way down.
Yeah. That would explain this particular report here. This is an actual report that I got here called Operation Flicker. This comes from the Inspector General, Department of Defense.
This is from Syracuse, New York.
This was filed in 2009. The first paragraph here is enough to put you in a tailspin. On July 11th, 2007, this reporting agent received a lead referral from Special Agent Redacted, DCIS Mid-Atlantic Field Office, regarding the Immigration and Customs Enforcement initiated Operation Flicker. Operation Flicker is a nationwide investigation that has identified over 5,000 individuals that have subscribed to predicated child ORN pay websites. SA Redacted sent a list of individuals in New York State that are employed by the Department of Defense, U.S. military, that have subscribed to websites containing ORN pay images or other material that exploit children via the internet. Over 5,000.
Well, I know in the Army, they will fucking bust your nuts for this.
Yeah.
They don't fucking play. In my time, I have never, ever had a soldier get, hemmed up for this stuff.
This is, yeah. So,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
This is really messed up. It's a whole report. You guys are free to go through it, have some fun. I mean, or at the very least, have a very, very solid excuse for drinking.
I'm just trying to the Inspector General, Department of Defense. I didn't know they had a fucking whatchamacallit.
Defense Criminal
In Syracuse,
Investigative
New York.
Service, Syracuse Post of Duty.
Huh. Go up again. Does it give a unit designator anywhere on there?
Not that I see. I mean, there's all this alphanumeric mumbo jumbo. Headquarters, Investigative Operations Director at Northeast Field Office, Pittsburgh Resident Agency.
I'm just saying
That's where the distribution is from, anyway.
Okay. Because if that's from Syracuse, New York, there's a couple of units there, and one of them is Civil Affairs. But I don't recall them having the Inspector General there at all. If there was, I would have used him. But
Ugh. You want to know who else had some ties to the CIA?
Oh, here we go.
Bing!
The guy who didn't kill himself?
The guy who didn't kill himself. Now, remember I said earlier that we were going to be looking at another article later from the Daily Beast that just shows you how disingenuous, narcissistic, and full of shit these fucking leftoids are?
Here we go.
Feast your eyes. The craziest bits from the new Epstein book. Jacko, which is Michael Jackson, Trump, Prince Andrew, and the CIA. Now, it's been in vogue to smash on Michael Jackson for years. Trump, of course. But I'm going to read you the first couple of paragraphs of this. Now, the average person usually only gets 2 or 3 paragraphs deep in any news article that
And then they
read.
just zone out.
Now, if you just read this headline, you're going to assume the worst about every single person listed in this subheading, correct?
Uh-huh. Now, if I recall, Trump didn't really go to that island.
Exactly. A new book reveals shocking details about Epstein's connections to the famous, including Trump, Clinton, and Prince Andrew, and drops hints about Epstein's ties to the CIA. Now, most people are only going to get through these first 4 paragraphs.
Yep.
Jeffrey Epstein beckoned lawyer Brad Edwards into a private room to issue a warning. It was early 2010, and the men who were courtroom rivals for the past 2 years have been waiting for a deposition to begin. How long is this going to go on, Brad? Epstein asked, to which Edwards replied, till it's over, I guess. Epstein then warned Edwards, who represented multiple victims of the sex trafficker, that he held the advantage. The difference is that I have unfair power at my fingertips, Epstein said. I hired a former MMA champion who is out there in the hallway, and I have access to all the resources in the world. You don't even know who all my friends are.
Yep.
Edwards, who details this chilling encounter in a new book, was only at the start of his 12-year legal battle with Epstein. When it began, Edwards' small Florida firm was up against a Goliath whose legal teams had hundreds of employees. At one point in their court tangles, Epstein hired investigators to camp outside Edwards' home, resulting in Edwards hiring his own PIs to watch the watchers.
Okay.
And go down here again. This is 7 paragraphs deep here. And then you see, but the book also reveals new details about the famous and powerful people in Epstein's world, including Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, and magician David Copperfield, and about Epstein's alleged connections to the CIA. So this still is being framed like Trump was in on it.
Yeah, I know. But there are pictures of President Clinton with whores in the room.
And Ghislaine Maxwell at a wedding where she was supposed to be out of town hiding from prosecutors with the Clintons.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so we got Bill Clinton and Epstein. We know that he took like 23 different flights to Lolita Island.
And so did some of the royal family.
Yep. See, Ghislaine Maxwell attended Clinton events while hiding from lawyers. We know that. Now we finally get to the section on Trump. Oh, this is going to be the smoking gun.
Go.
It's going to be the smoking gun.
Did he pee on whores?
Trump gave helpful intel on Epstein.
Ooh.
The first of Epstein's powerful friends to answer our subpoena in a meaningful way was Donald Trump, Edwards writes, adding that Trump phoned him in 2009, no deposition necessary. The magnate said Epstein was a business acquaintance. They'd attended some society events, and that Epstein had crafted the infamous "terrific guy" quote Trump gave to New York Magazine in 2002. Trump told Edwards the last time he saw Epstein, he'd visited the money manager's home in Palm Beach and noticed young women outside. Epstein claimed the women were part of a mentoring-type program that he was involved in, which Mr. Trump thought was a bit odd. Edwards continues. Trump called Epstein called him strange, and claimed he never really liked him, before sharing a list of names of people who, according to Edwards, would know Epstein's propensities better. In 2015, when Edwards took Trump's deposition for an unrelated case, the reality star allegedly shared more intel.
He framed most of the information he had about potentially relevant leads as rumors that he had heard over the years, and still, his rumors were helpful. You see how the mainstream media lies their ass off with framing?
Misdirection is what that is.
Yeah. Well,
misdirection.
It's technically called framing.
Okay.
From a literary standpoint, this is framing. You're framing your argument. And the way that this is framed until you get way down here
Do you realize
is that Trump is a part of it.
Trump was like, he's a weirdo. I don't want anything to do with the guy.
And he was one of the first people to jump ship and toss him under the bus as soon as everything came to light.
Yep.
And he never once took a plane to that fucking island, unlike certain stunning and brave former presidents.
I hope not.
But down here, this is really messed up. It doesn't get to the CIA stuff until the very end. Epstein's bodyguard was sent to CIA headquarters. The former guard, a Russian mixed martial arts fighter, warned Edwards to be careful of Epstein, telling him, "You don't know who you're dealing with. He knows everybody who's powerful in this world." When Epstein was still incarcerated in Palm Beach County, he sent the Russian to CIA headquarters in Virginia, the bodyguard claimed. This is messed up. Where the man was the only private citizen in a class of 45 people with top secret clearance.
Wow.
He said he stayed 1 week. I don't know why I was there, but he told me they would take care of me, the ex-employee said, adding, "Everyone introduced themselves and the instructor saved me for last. He did not let me introduce myself. Instead, he just introduced me as what he called a special operative." At week's end, the MMA fighter said he received a book with a personalized note for Epstein. The ex-guard delivered the tome to Epstein's cell without reading the message. He told Edwards that Epstein goes out of his way not to share real information. He spends most of his days doing what you know he does, hanging out with girls, getting massages. The rest is traveling with very specific missions, and most don't last very long. The girls he trusts come along. Top secret clearance.
Well, if you're going to go to the CIA headquarters, everyone there has the TSSCI clearance.
But only 45 civilians, and Epstein happens to be one of them?
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And the CIA would know what he was up to.
Of course. I mean, either the CIA or the NSA, I mean, they have incredible resources. In fact, they probably already cracked my phone, read my emails, probably listen to me on, on my smart TV. I mean, come on.
I didn't even know this until I started looking this stuff up today. And then I was just going through the CIA information, and I found this, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's nuts, man.
Why would you give this fucking kid diddler top secret clearance?
Well,
it's horrendous.
I don't know if they gave him top secret clearance, but they allow him be in an area that is secured.
It says right here.
No,
The only private citizen in a class of 45 people with top secret clearance.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I used to be the S2 for a couple battalions in the Army.
Is nuts.
And I literally, we'd have certain rooms that you could not enter if you didn't have the proper clearance.
Yeah.
Like literally, I was out the door, and I'd looking through all the clearances on the computer. I'm like, you got a secret clearance. You can't come in here. That was my job.
Yeah.
I did that for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Woo. Well, it is almost 10 o'clock. I think we can
all right,
wrap up the super chats. What
Let's
do you
do
say,
that.
sir? Irish Lover 7745. I am convinced that shooting with iron sights is preferable to red dots.
Fuck yeah.
But scopes are still for expert marksmen.
Nah. Listen, there's a very fine line between a designated marksman and a sniper.
Yeah.
All right. Red dots are cool, but they need a battery. And I've always said if it needs batteries, when you need it most, it'll fail.
Tell me about it.
Now, I've used a lot of optics, a lot of scopes. And if you know what you're doing and you have trained with that particular optic on that weapons platform and you know its capabilities, you're an absolute terror. Like when I was in second bat, when I was a sniper, if I could see any part of you inside of 500 meters, I could shoot it. Your foot, your hand, anything. And it's kind of not luckily, but to my chagrin, we didn't have the 50 cal system yet, because I know guys who did get the Barrett, and they went through whole courses on where to shoot vehicles and radios and take down. I mean, it was insane. But it's either here nor there. What do I know?
Yeah, it's not like you did the Army thing for 33 years or anything.
The last 12 years, I was just, I was a trainer. I yelled at people, did a lot of paperwork. Didn't really do much. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
But to be fair,
Got to hang out with the red trash.
I mean, I got wounded in 04, and I probably should have been medically discharged back then. But, I sucked it up and drove on for another decade and a half.
Yeah. Yes, you did. And driving 500 miles each way.
571 miles one way.
Yeah,
5.5
miles
years.
each way. Whew.
Yep.
Yeah, that's when we filmed our old episodes. We'd have to do like 2 in a weekend because you'd be gone for half the month.
I always get these questions like, well, what does it take to be a Green Beret? Well, you need to have the mental mindset to do what needs to be done and not let anything get in your way.
Yep.
If you can do that, you can do anything. The physical stuff, if you can mentally do that, the physical stuff will solve itself because your mind is strong enough to get your body up to speed.
And that's just a good mantra for life in general.
Yeah, it is.
Make up your mind to do something and you fucking
do it.
And follow through. That's the biggest issue with most people that I know.
Do you know how many
They're
times
idea people.
I had fucking sciatic pain shooting down my leg, and it's like 2 p.m, and I know I got to get in the car and drive 9 fucking hours. And I'm like, I should just call him and tell him.
Or there's a reason why you had the butt donut.
Yeah. Well, not one fucking time, not one time in my children's childhood did they ever have to wait for me and me never show up. Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Because you follow through.
That's right.
Damn right. Keith Peterson again, but I like the frog position there. It's not bad.
It's all right.
America the Free with a $20 donation. Thank you so much. Don't get to watch the channel often enough, but I really love it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much for tuning in. Still 963 people watching on YouTube. It's a pretty good audience there, and almost 100% saturation with the likes. We're only short by 65. Do it!
Hammer it.
Cabragoon Cabulous. They can still be prosecuted while saving state secrets. It costs 45 cents and 2 yards of loom. Well.
Yeah.
Igor Slagathor.
Slagathor, I like that name.
Yeah. Hi, sirs. I would love to see you do a video on Yuri Bezmenov and how they so match up to what we're seeing now in society. Keep up the great work.
I've watched that video probably half a dozen times. And
you could do an AAR on that.
Yeah, 90% of what he talked about is happening. And it's China that's doing it, not the Soviet Union.
Yeah. It's almost like they look at failing regimes as, instead of cautionary tales, they look at them as, well, how can we do it better?
Yeah.
It's
so stupid. Well, they just did it wrong. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck off.
We are evil, hairless monkeys, and we'll always crave more power, and we fucking will do evil fucking shit to each other if we can.
You're damn right.
Every time. And I'm no exception.
Yeah, well, that's why we made the shirts. Just saying. Mm-hmm. All right. We got some butts. I think we got some butts. Now, can we look at them safely on here? Let's take a look here.
That woman looks expensive.
She looks a little plastic from the neck up as well.
Oh, you see how long her heels are?
Oh, yeah. You can't really see them here because I can't scroll up.
6-inch heels?
Yeah, those are 6-inch heels.
That's $600,000.
Yeah, that there are Asian businessmen who would pay her to stomp on their testicles.
You better have a net worth of $600K, or you're not even going to get in the same room with that girl.
Yeah, she ain't worth it.
Nope.
It's like puking on a pile of shit. Ooh,
that's not bad.
This is Russian.
And that's in a ballerina studio too. Look at that.
Yeah, I can't get the damn thing to scroll up.
That's all right. Well, what are you gonna do?
Hey, what are you gonna do? Actually, maybe I can drag this and bring it up a little bit. Nope, can't do that.
Can't do it.
Fuck him.
Fuck it.
Fuck him. So, limitations.
Oh, nothing's perfect, bro. What do you want?
More Russian booty. Oh, this one I can't show on YouTube.
Can't show that one.
But it's nice.
That's
hopefully
a bare
it's
ass
attached to a nice face.
That's not bad.
Probable fake ass. That's definitely fake.
That's way too big.
That's definitely
That
fake.
doesn't look-
She got the Brazilian booty lift going on in
You
there.
think so?
I think we can show this one because it'll probably cut it off. Oh, no, you can see it a little bit. Come back here real quick.
All right. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
That's a side ass. You can see side
I
ass.
like how he actually just called it bitchy butt.
Yeah. Side ass.
Side.
It's like side boob.
Side boob. Yeah. Oh, my.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't think we can show that one.
No, we can't show
No,
that
we
one. It's a
can't
nice
show
gift, though.
That's nice.
Bunny butt.
No, that's not bad. We can show that one.
That's Lana Rhodes.
Is that Lana Rhodes?
That's Lana Rhodes.
Isn't she a porn girl?
Yeah, but it's probably way off screen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's the one who got the bowl full of excrement and puke
Oh,
and
yeah.
had to eat it and just
That is just nasty.
it's quite horrendous. I didn't know how to say no, and now you want.
Yeah. You look at him and you go, no.
And he said, "Here's some chocolate, some chocolate, some dark chocolate from the looks of
That's
it.
not bad.
Not
That's
bad.
not bad.
I've had better." And then
No,
the
you
problem
saw that
big. That was all of them. Yeah, but we showed you what we could.
Yep.
Some of them were just too big for me to be able to actually move up on the screen. Apologize.
What are you
Gotta
gonna do?
Figure out something better for that. It is what it is.
We should actually have a file on the website where all the old butts get sent. So if people want to look at them or download them for themselves, they can.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. And that one came from First Sergeant Ass Prolapsator. If
All right,
people are
First
some
Sergeant.
sick
All right, First
motherfuckers, I approve. Tracy Wilborn. On this Pearl Harbor Day, a date that will live in infamy, I want to thank you, Pop, for your service, and Blake for your service as captain of the Titanic. Well, I do what I can.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The 398.
Although on the Titanic, it really does give new meaning to going down with the ship.
That's horrible.
It is. Dinosaur 13. Everyone always says, wood chipper go burr. I've done a good amount of tree service. Take it from me. Chippers are complicated. They get clogged with chips. Dump trucks are better. Between the frame and the lifted dump bed, slam the bed down, crunchy splat. Noff.
Well, in Abu Ghraib prison, they had a wood chipper in the middle of the desert. I wonder what that was for.
Yeah, it wasn't for chopping trees,
No.
would be my guess.
No.
That wasn't for mulching the garden.
That was not a good day.
No, it doesn't sound like a very good day. It sounds like a very bad day, actually. All right, jumping over to Odyssey here. From Andreas Christian. To me, it's the school's fault. Teachers always look the other way. If they charge the kid as an adult, the parents are blameless. If they charge him as a kid, the parents are liable. So if they're charging the parents, then they must be charging him as a kid.
I don't know. I heard he was getting charged as an adult.
Well, if they're charging him as an adult, then that's actually going to weaken their case. I would think.
We're not lawyers.
No, we're not lawyers, but if this interpretation is correct, then I would say that would weaken their case.
Well, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Question.
They've been charged. It's going to go to court, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're not lawyers, so. Question, was the kid on any meds? I didn't hear
Probably was.
Probably, but I didn't hear anything about it.
You're not going to hear about it until it gets to court.
And
'cause
even
of
if he
HIPAA.
was, would I put it past parents who would leave an 8-year-old at home to go drinking to swipe his medication and then use it to toke up themselves?
Or sell it for money for other things.
Yeah. They're not exactly well-rounded people.
Yeah, and another thing is we give out way too much medication to people. It's not necessary for the most part.
Amen. Also, the black school shooter in Texas got off with no legal issues. Double standards again.
Yep.
Also, this is a very slippery slope. It's a kid and a gun grab because now they can argue, you got kids, no guns allowed. I didn't even think about that part.
Yep.
But, I mean, every time they try to go for more gun grabs, it falls flat. This country has been moving in a pro-gun trajectory now for decades.
Like back in the day when I used to have my own firearms, I usually kept them in a locked toolbox, in a locked closet. So there's 2 locks you had to get through to get to it. Because I had kids in the house.
Yeah.
So
Makes
that's
sense.
the way it is.
Caleb on, fucking Twitch is being flaky as hell right now. 8:26 Central Time. Yeah, Twitch does that sometimes.
They don't always all work 100%.
No, at
like
least
D-Live
DLive
has been fucking up.
Yeah, so
the past.
D-Live is working tonight, and now Twitch is fucking up.
Yeah.
Chad, CIA equals Chomo Indoctrination Agency.
Brutal.
But true. Andreas Christian, if you do that to kids, you deserve no trial, just to be treated to dancing a pirate's jig or treated to a very fast drop with a sudden stop.
All right.
Yeah, we're not all about that.
No, you need a trial.
Yep.
You need, listen, if you're going to impose capital punishment, you need to have a trial. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. And Andreas Christian again, CIA, chomos in action.
Yeah. Do you remember that thing that happened in, was it South America, where a bunch of Secret Service guys got hammered because there was some whores in there and there was a big hootie-doo? Like, who the fuck was that guy in charge?
I don't know.
The minute that shit started going off the head, like, you reach in your pocket, you pull out your money and go, here's the money, get the fuck out of here. And it would all been done. But no. It all like got blown out of proportion.
All out of proportion. Always.
Yeah.
Fauci, Epstein Island.
The marionette in chief.
20 questions. How do you know if a gender role is female? Answer, it smells like yeast.
Or an old tuna melt.
Ugh.
Extra onions.
Got to pry that shit apart.
Ugh.
Larry Gorky to Terrence Popp. Sometime, and maybe next Veterans Day, wear your green beret for us. Wear a ball cap with Hopkins. I wear a ball cap with Hopkins Navy Jack, but show that green beret.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
I'm not one of those guys. Like most of the guys I know who retired, they have like their office and I love me wall. I don't have any of that.
The last time, I think the only time that I've seen you wear the green beret was for Purple Heart.
Yep. That was years ago. I mean, I used to wear it every day when I was, working for the Army. 'Cause in civil affairs and PSYOPs, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, and we had to be very careful what we showed on your uniform for that film.
Yeah. And I remember, like, I used to carry a memo from a general saying I was authorized to wear the green beret.
Oh, yeah?
Because I had lots of people like, well, you're not allowed to wear that. You're not special forces unit. I'm like,
You fix
two-star general says, fuck off.
kiss my ass!
Get away from me.
Psychotic! All right. A big shout out over to our watchers over on D Live. Dapper Sapper is bringing the gift game and Wiggle Worm? Or Wiggle Wagon. Wiggle Worm would have been better. But I love the gift game over on D Live. You guys are having a good time. Edman209's got Beavis and Butthead in there doing some headbanging. It's always nice to see.
Booyah.
Booyah. And I think
Is that it?
that is it for the Super Chats.
We're all caught
I
up.
think we're all caught up. Now, tomorrow is going to be a special stream in the afternoon. We're bringing a buddy of yours on.
Yeah, well, he's
about
an associate of mine, and he's a professional drone operator. Let me check and see if he texted me back.
While you're doing that, I'm actually going to read this here from Dynaside 13 again. White pill. Waukesha attack victim is getting better. 11-year-old Jesselyn lost a kidney, broken pelvis in 3 places, skull fractures, and more. She is now conscious and off the ventilator, breathing on her own. Big step towards recovery. Cheers to that. Absolutely.
Who the hell is this? What happened?
One of the kids who got run over in Waukesha by that freaking animal.
Yeah. God damn it! But when you take that kind of injury, you're fucked up for the rest of your life.
And I love how he's like, they're talking about me like I'm a monster. It's so dehumanizing. Yeah, it's because half of the lamestream media keeps insisting you're a runaway car.
Yeah.
That could be pretty dehumanizing. Not to mention how dehumanizing it is to all the victims.
I'm just waiting for the police body cams to come out. Because if the cops are there and if a police officer actually approached the vehicle, chances are he had a body camera. Yep. It's going to come out in court. We're going to see it.
All right. So did your buddy get back with you?
He has not texted me back.
Okay.
So.
But what is the plan? Just to let everybody know for tomorrow afternoon's stream. It's talking to your buddy or your associate.
Well, I'm trying to get him on here to get him on around noon. I like them to call in around 11:45 so we can go through all of the links he sent us.
Oh, I know, but we're going to let them know what we're going to be talking about.
Well, we're going to be talking about drones. This guy's a professional drone operator who's used the drones overseas.
Yeah, and you've been doing lair videos for months talking about.
This is fucking dangerous. It's scary.
Hell yeah, it is.
Fucking insane.
Yep, and he brought a lot of receipts.
Yes, he did.
In advance.
And he's a good dude, too. Yeah, he's a good dude.
All right. So tomorrow we're going to learn about
hopefully he responds.
Consumer and prosumer drone warfare.
It wouldn't be the first time we had a guest supposed to be on who didn't call in. Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't come on tomorrow, I do have A very good article that I actually kept in the house here, because it turns out that there's another celebrity out there who doesn't like equal lefts.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, Faith Evans. Turns out that she doesn't want to pay child support.
Too bad.
I always get stuck.
I don't think anyone should pay child support. It should be 50-50, and you're responsible for your kid when it's on your time.
You're damn right.
If you can't do that, you shouldn't have custody of the kid at all.
Amen to that. And it's not about the best interests of the child. Don't ever let them convince you of that, because if it was, the child would be put into the custody of the parent who can support that child on their own.
Correct.
It would not be a game of milking the system for embezzlement funds out of Social Security.
And, well, there's a whole...
Fuck 'em!
There's a whole bunch. That's a whole... Like, if you watch Divorce Corp, they go into detail about all that shit.
Oh, that's one hell of a documentary.
Dude, I had to watch it in increments. I was getting so pissed off.
No, I don't doubt it.
Ugh.
I'm going to need some new butts for tomorrow just to get done with Keith Peterson here. There we go.
All right.
Saw this one yesterday, which means we've officially cycled through all of them.
Yep. Got to find more butts.
Got to find more butts. Send us some butts. All right, CNN sucks. Jussie is so desperate he's taking everyone down with him. Do you think he will get any time? In a just world?
In a just world, he'll do 3 to 5. Chances are he'll get 18 months.
And then
Time
he'll get
served.
let out on good behavior.
And time served or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to want to leave prison, though. I'm just saying. To him, it's going to be a ticker tape parade.
In your opinion.
I'm just saying.
I don't know, man.
Likes dropping the soap.
Well, I mean, it's his business.
Yes. And with that being said, Space Ghost is on. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll have the drone operator on with us. Safety briefing, Pop.
All right, everybody, don't drink and drive, don't drink and swim. If you have to fight, don't go to the ground, because that's where you get stomped out. If you have to use a weapon in self-defense, shoot to kill, not to wound, because that always generates a lot of problems and paperwork. If you're going to bang, wear a condom, take it with you, or flush it down the toilet and watch it go, because sperm jacking is a real thing, and the courts don't care.
Yes, it is. And because people noticed that tonight your squirrel bladder actually held up for a change, it's been a while since we've seen it. So I guess it's, before we leave tonight, instead of a closing rant, Fat Punisher.
And now, performing another classical work, the Great Wackarotti.
Oh, God, this is making me burp like a motherfucker. I'm going out.
That shit is hilarious and never gets old.
Never gets old, man. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We will see you tomorrow afternoon. Same bat time, same bat channel.